Okay, we're live.
Hello!
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another exciting edition of D&D, Geek Cave Edition. We are playing at 14th level, and this is the Beatles. And because it has been approximately, almost a year now since we played as the Beatles,
Probably.
why don't you remind each other and coincidentally and conveniently our listeners and viewers who you are and what you look like. Geek Cave Darren.
I am Dros, barbarian, and inventor of fun games. Also, I have a ball called the Hunger. I keep it in my loincloth with the other ones. And it allows me to control a beast, just like the other ones.
I am Tamara. I am a dragonborn. I am proud to serve Lyra in the pursuit of everyone being able to do what brings joy to the world. And I also love baking.
She's good at it.
Oh yeah, you should nice cheap plug for Donar's Delicacies, where you can get your bread today.
That's Donar's Delicacies on 3rd Street.
Different plane though.
Someone's going to be looking for that now. Well, I'm Carol of Bell's Farm. I'm a monk. I'm human. And I have a cool magic quarterstaff, and I've been traveling with this group trying to learn how to be a hero, how to be someone that can protect others. Ah!
Oh, sorry. I'm just checking on our stream.
The sound is working.
I'm checking on our stream.
Yes, how do you do? My name is Heathcliff Barr.
Oh, look at that. The sound went away.
I can project, it's not a big deal. As you can clearly see, I'm an elf of great stature.
Great.
I'm also a warlock. Couldn't be bothered to learn magic, so I just, made a few deals.
Warlocks are the equivalent of people who sleep with the teacher for their grades.
You leave Mr. Zeminski out of this.
Wizards, I've studied through my life. Sorcerers, like, I have natural inborn talent. Warlocks, what's up?
They say that about bards, but
Hello.
All right, am I up?
You are.
Excellent. I am Lady Jacqueline Eugenia Kincaid Farrington, but everybody calls me Lynn because I traded places with someone whose actual name was Lynn in order to go on a year-long tour before taking my appointed place in the family. So I am the resident arcane trickster, and I'm here having a good time.
So, sneak, sparkle fingers, smiley one, dragon. God.
I call him Sweetie.
Well, at least in this world, I am the DM. I'm Geek Cave Chad, and I do all of the other pieces. So, the Beatles, after having defeated Grandpapa, a year and a half hence, Lynn has taken her place in the family business and has been bored to absolute tears. And so when an opportunity came up from Heathcliff to check out a parallel world, she jumped at the chance. But it's just not the same without the whole group. And so months of tracking everyone down, Carol, very simply, because she is back at the family farm, Tamara, who was working at the the bakery. Donar's Delicatessen.
Delicacies.
Delicacies. All right.
It's a bakery deli.
It's a bakery deli?
It's a belly.
Because when you walk out, your belly is full. Copyright Heathcliff, whatever year this is.
Donar's Donuts and Etceteries. they're in they're in the city, and Drost being the hardest to track down as he had been building up the Red Rings.
The Red Rings mercenary group.
Mm-hmm.
We fight people for fun and profit.
But eventually tracking everyone down and using the teleportation circle with a few adjustments there out at Cartrist. The 5 of you managed to get yourself to a completely different world and spent a good portion of time partially getting into trouble, making a few friends, making a couple enemies, and eventually finding this library that Heathcliff had been so enamored with. The Candlekeep Library, a massive and sprawling campus of books on everything and anything, including, weirdly enough, some erotic fan fiction of you all. Because if you've got a library that big, they probably got some of that too. Rule 34, folks.
I'd say as soon as we get to the campus, Heathcliff looks around in awe and goes, "Gross, I'm gonna faint, catch me." And
Drost does not catch him.
And you will take 1 point of falling damage.
it's worth it.
Oh, he meant now.
As you thought that he would honestly catch you, and so you just let yourself fall. And you spend...
See, folks, I'm taking real fake pain for your entertainment.
It's fine. He's level 14.
So time is spent, and you get to know the different sages that work there, and you kind of explore around. And there is a fairly sizable city outside the walls that has offered just tons of entertainment and opportunities, etc. And so it is getting to the end of your time in this place. It's been long enough. It's time to head back home pretty soon. And so as you are getting yourselves together and you're heading out, you are approached by a decrepit, gray bearded dwarf, in this custodial uniform. And he is carrying a book, this big, heavy, square book, which is odd because the custodians don't deal with the books, the librarians and the sages do. And it is bound in this black leather, and it just seems to be heavy as he's carrying this along, and he's wheezing and breathing hard. And just as he gets to you, he kind of and squints and clenches his teeth. And before he can utter a word, his knees buckle underneath him, and he collapses with the book underneath him.
Must be some Drost erotic fan fiction.
Everything about barbarians is large after all.
The body is not moving, and it is at your feet.
Tamara is going to try lay on hands to heal him.
He is decidedly dead.
He chose to be dead. You heard it.
Well,
Shit.
true.
Yeah.
He...
Someone want to pick up the word thing?
Do you mean the book or the custodian of the library?
No. That's a man. That thing.
Tamara will and pick up the book and open it.
All right. So you pick up the book, and on the cover it says this Candlekeep Deconstruction, spelled incorrectly.
Is it written in common or?
It is written in
Is
common.
it written in crayon?
It is not. And the name Issachar engraved on the front cover in spines. Spine. There's only one.
It's a hod.
Images of a smiling dwarf and a builder's hammer are stamped onto the front cover, and its pages, even though the book looks fairly old, the pages are crisp and white with just a few smudges in a couple of places indicating where somebody's thumb or finger has flipped through. A quick flip as you flip through the book reveals diagrams and descriptions of almost every single building on the campus. As you go through, there is a bookmark and an unusual set of renderings for a tower known as the Barn Door. And then on the facing page is a floor plan dealing the tower's lowest level. And an odd array of mechanical devices.
So who's ready to go home?
I like peer over Tamara's shoulder like, what's this? We should do this. There might be treasure.
You own a kingdom. Why do you need more treasure?
Why wouldn't you need more treasure?
For the audience, Dros has a battle axe named Sir Overkill that he has managed to attach doodly eyes to. Look, he hasn't tasted blood in years. Well, it feels like years. It's actually been a week, but we should do this.
Well, who am I to argue with Sir Overkill?
I think we should find out what the dwarf's story was. I mean, he was bringing us this book for a reason.
I was joking, everybody. Clearly, this is some sort of plot device that we should follow.
It's very first edition. Why do you go on the adventure? Because there's an adventure given to you. As you are,
I haven't pissed off everybody here. Let's.
as you're debating, a few other members and sages kind of come out and see and rush up to you. What's happened to Burin?
No, he died.
Look, I didn't do it.
Yes, he didn't do it. In fact, none of us did.
He was trying to hand us this book and then he just collapsed. I tried to heal him and he was already gone.
Okay, I need you to make a strength check.
Not gonna be good. 10.
Okay, when one of the acolytes sees the book, they reach over and snatch it out of your hands and flip through very quickly to make sure that none of the pages are missing, and then tuck it under.
Hey.
I hit him on the head with my quarterstaff.
Okay, roll for initiative.
Oh, it's been forever. I've got advantage.
Somebody hand me a pencil. Make sure it's got a point.
That would probably be helpful.
All right,
Yeah, that's
20, over 20. Somebody roll for Lynn.
Oh, she's right there.
Lynn wanders off a lot.
Yes, Lynn does.
That's the thing. That's canon. Let's see.
Over 20, anybody?
Yeah, me. I just gotta learn to add 25.
Okay. Okay. 15 to 20.
16.
Okay. 10 to 15.
10.
11.
And where did it?
Tamara got a 4.
Camera got a 4. This is probably not going to go the way you think.
Well, if Tamara's
I'm
probably,
talking to myself. I'm not talking to you.
Tamara probably doesn't want to fight the library.
This is the reality of DMing this group. It doesn't matter what the book says. It's not what we're gonna do. So let me double check. Yeah, you were not going to hit.
Okay.
You've got movement speed, but you've used your action.
I mean, all I really wanted to do was just kind of bonk him on the head and go, no. But clearly I've missed, so I.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that didn't work out the way I expected. Next.
Sparkle Fingers, I'm surprised. I'm the one who bonks.
Yes, but he took a book. You don't take books, you ask politely. It was rude.
I'm still learning rude.
You're still learning rude. Somebody hand me a player's book.
Player's handbook.
Yeah. Somebody hand me that.
While
I
Chad
don't
looks
remember.
that up, you can donate
No.
now at extralife.org.
Yeah, you can always do that.
Extra-life.org.
Yes.
You can always do that. No, just making sure I know what the. I need you, Heathcliff, to make a wisdom saving throw.
We're gonna die.
We have fought a lich. We have fought a vampire
Dirty
thing.
But this
I'm gonna
librarian.
do it.
Oh my god.
Oh, shoot.
You are held, my friend, and so you are paralyzed from the eyebrows down.
Can I move my eyebrows?
No, you're
Oh, okay.
from the eyebrows
furrow
down.
your furrow your forehead, I guess.
As long as
If you
don't
can
move
do it
your
without
eyebrows.
moving your eyebrows.
No.
And
Oh,
Be like, okay, my this person here is a little bit hasty, but we would like to look at that book.
well, the one who cast the hold person says, that was rude. It was not your book. It belongs to the library, and the acolyte is taking it back where it belongs.
Can I speak?
Not yet.
Okay.
Are we going to have any more of this trouble?
Are we?
Well,
Are we?
I
He
only
can't
wanted
move.
to read the book in the library quietly, like a normal person.
The poor dwarf had died handing it to us. We just want to continue to look at what he died trying to give us.
We've been sitting here waiting for him to come
he
back
died
with it.
handing it to you with face down in the dirt.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Well, we weren't expecting him to keel over.
Ouch! I'm gonna use a
What just
Sorry.
happened?
She was taking a drink right as Darren went.
You made her laugh?
I'm
You
sorry.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, you made her laugh so hard she secreted water from her nose.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
I'm fine.
You two are now married. That's how this works, right?
I forgot my kindergarten rules, yeah.
Sweet. Sweet. Do I get a bonus?
Yeah, but another wife.
Is that like +1 to like intimidation or something?
No, it's +5 to chores.
I think I can save against that.
Actually, I think there is a bonus in the handbook somewhere. but let's not
Plus
go on.
5 to honeydew.
Well, put that away.
He waves his hand and you're released from your hold person.
What the hell was that?
That was a warning. The acolytes handle the books, the custodians do not. The custodian should not have had the book outside of its building, and bringing it to you, whatever the reason, was inappropriate. So the acolyte is taking the book back. If you'd like to find the book and you know what it is, then you can always go and research it in its proper place.
Can I follow the person that
Yeah,
takes
that's-
off with the book?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I wanna do
Cameron was
that.
thinking the same thing.
Okay.
Heathcliff looks at the.
We're sorry
at
for
you.
your loss.
You don't know fun. And then turns and leaves.
Dros follows, but while muttering, he's not lost. He's right there.
Are you following Heath or are you following Lynn and Tamara?
I'm following him. I'm following the group.
I'm just, Geek Cable is going to be like, shut it! That's
I just
enough.
spent 2 hours rolling balls, and now you're making me laugh.
Oh. Technically, since it was Darren's game, it's his balls.
That's true.
You're gonna follow. Okay, so you follow the acolyte, half elf acolyte, to a building, and it goes in and it goes behind one of the gates. You know, one of those kind of libraries where the books are back there, and you asked for the book you want, and the librarian of the building kind of stands in front of the gate as you approach and is like, "Can I help you?"
We want that book.
Marcus, brings up, and Marcus kind of brings up the book and shows the librarian and says, "Well, this is supposed to go to the restricted vaults. Do you have permission to have this?"
Well, somebody died to make sure we saw it, so I assume so.
What is the process for getting permission?
You would need the permission of one of the sages.
Well, I am a sage. Does that count?
How do we get permission from these sages?
I give you permission.
There isn't anything I don't have permission for, so I would like.
What am I like?
Your charisma.
Just straight up charisma? No.
Add
Okay.
your charisma because you're a sage, but not of this world. 11.
Yeah.
I think maybe on another plane you're a sage, but I doubt very much you're a sage here.
Well, I said I wasn't one of your sages, but I am a sage. My sagehood doesn't change no matter what plane I'm on. That's like saying, "Oh, air isn't air here; it's air over there." It's just, I am a sage.
Are you being philosophical? Is this a case of you can't stand in the same river
That
twice?
depends. Is it getting me anywhere that I want to be? Is it working?
No.
Then no, I'm just being an ass.
Right. No, just get the permission of one of the sages.
Or do we just wander over to one of them, or what is the proper way to approach them?
The sages work in the research halls. There's one down down that hall and to the right. Every door on the right has another sage. Just make sure you make your case in a way that they will give you permission. I don't have a problem, but the rules are as the rules are.
Okay.
Restricted
We'll follow
books.
procedure. You better stop talking. You're gonna get us in trouble.
I look at Dros. God hates me.
Hey, is there a book on getting permission from sages?
Now you got her.
Well, yes.
Can we borrow that one?
Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus.
What does Marcus look like? What is Marcus again?
So Marcus is a half elf.
Uh-huh.
And so he's about 6 feet tall, fairly thin, got these rail thin arms. He wears the typical robes of the acolyte, so it's kind of a light blue with dark blue stripes on the sleeves. Most of the acolytes are wearing some version of that. Depending on their discipline, it might change. So if you go to some of the religion areas, they'll be wearing pink robes with dark red, so on and so forth. This is histories, so he's got this blue. He has very sharp features, like somebody who hasn't eaten enough over a long enough time, like cheekbones are kind of sunken in and so forth. But his eyes are bright and inquisitive. He's not ill-fed. He's just, thin.
Yes. Okay, I was painting pictures in my head.
All right. After a couple of minutes, he comes back with a little bitty book and hands it to the librarian, who hands it to you.
Is it written in common? Okay, Tamara's going to see if she can just quickly read it.
Can that give us like an advantage on my
Maybe.
It just says be nice.
Well, shit.
Well, it's
Scribble in the margins. Don't let the elf.
Don't let the elf talk. Yeah.
More what it is it's a series of research projects that tend to be more in line with different sages. If you're going to talk to a history sage, then you bring up the historical reasons why you need permissions to different things, etc. Because it's not just the restricted vaults, but it's also access to the museums. It's access to all the different places.
Did we see how Candlekeep was categorized?
Over the time there, you know basically where things are. I mean, think of it as a library that's the size of a college campus.
Right, but the book that was taken from
So
us.
which sage do we need is the question, I think.
What you saw in the book was it was a book that dealt with like the different buildings of Candlekeep, but in kind of a historical way.
Okay,
you're
so
in
his history.
Which is how Marcus knew that book has to go to the histories.
Mhm, okay.
Well,
You, I don't think, do any more talking. Lynn, what about like either you or Carol maybe do the talking?
Do I have authority in this plane, or does no one care?
What do I do?
No. It's part of it's
You
one of the
just keep
things that makes
him
it
from talking.
No, it's one of the things that makes it kind of fun for Lynn is that not everyone bows down or scrapes to.
Let it be known that the dragon said my job is to keep you from talking.
Hmm.
Well,
Okay, we're not in front of the sage yet, so just as long as
Okay.
it's not too loud.
Okay.
all right, you can
all
talk.
right. That's what I wanted to know. It's like, am I free to talk when it's just us?
Going off of our past adventures, if we're needing someone to get in good with someone else, Carol is our best shot.
This is true. I mean, if we're looking for a historical angle, historically, that acolyte has died among us the most.
I don't think that's very helpful.
I'm working with what I've got, sweetie, okay?
Okay,
I
well,
thought I
let's
was
let
sweetie.
Carol do the talking, and when that fails, I'll do another thing later.
Stabby, stabby, sneaky, sneaky.
I
Some
like-
of those things.
No,
might
I'm sorry. Sneaky, sneaky, stabby, stabby. Gotta get the right order.
Okay, the little bit that we know about the book, I mean, you probably looked at it too, so we all pretty much
Yeah.
have the same information.
You know Carol's not really great at libraries, right?
But you are good with people.
Okay.
You don't have to find it in the library. You just have to convince someone to get it for you. That's all.
Well, we just need their blessing, essentially, their permission to be able to get us the book.
Use that hospitality or whatever you do.
But I can't go make bread today.
Well, wait, I'm sure Tamara should have something on her maybe.
We're going to bribe them. Excellent. And when that fails, we will bleed them.
All right.
Tamara, is that reasonable that Tamara maybe
Is
has,
it
like,
reasonable?
I think it makes. She always got stumped.
I'm gonna say
She's always
Where,
cooking
where,
some shit.
where have we been staying? Have we been staying in the hut?
you've been
or where-
staying probably in the dormitories
Okay,
out
like
here,
would there
or
have
you've
been
been staying in the inns outside.
She's definitely at least got a fantasy Snickers on her.
we probably would have been staying somewhere with a kitchen. Then it's not like we were camping in the woods where it would have been really
Right.
difficult. So, is it reasonable that maybe she has a couple of muffins on her?
Yeah, I'll have that.
Okay, blueberry muffins. Most
Oh.
people like those.
Okay.
I just made them last night, so they're
Make
they're
sure
pretty
they're
fresh.
packaged though, because librarians. My tutor was really mad about food near the books, so make sure you wrap them up carefully.
Yeah, I think she probably would have
Do
had them
in
wrapped.
in
in
no
Probably
a-
got like
way,
a-
in no way imply that you're going to put the food next to the books. That's all.
Got like a
Okay.
donut delicacy
No
tag
food
on
by
it. Yeah.
books. Blueberry muffins, good. Wrap it up, and he shuts up, and you make sure.
I make sure he shuts up.
I think I got the plan.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure he doesn't leave that door.
And I guess heading toward are the different doorways of the sage hallway, labeled with, their.
Most of them just have names.
Okay.
You know,
Let's just start going in. I mean, knocking first.
I don't think we should all go. It only takes one of us.
I have a
Don't look at me. I'm not allowed to talk.
I have a +3 to charisma. Lynn, what do you have?
4.
Okay, well then why don't you go with her and you can help. But do you promise to be quiet and not say anything? You're just gonna go.
Just
into it?
stand there and look charismatic as fuck.
That's what I do.
Like, already done.
All right, it's Carol's call.
Carol doesn't care who comes.
Joe's has a 0 to charisma, but he's intimidating and is like +6. So like,
Carol's
not-
just
don't-
kind of wiping her hands down and getting up and knocking on a door.
yes. What? What? Who is it?
This is Carol.
What? Who?
with the Beetles, we've been here for a while.
Come in then, come in.
Oh, excellent. And open the door and
you see in front of you like this little rock gnome. He's like 2.5 feet tall. He's got a chair that's really, really high so that he can sit at a normal, human-sized desk, and he's just got books and scrolls and papers and pens, and it looks like an absolute toddler mess. He's got this shock of white hair that goes all in one direction, like a flock of seagulls haircut that just went out of control. All right. And he's got this kind of crazy look in his eyes, one eye a little wider than the other one, because it looks like he's used to having, one of those like jeweler lenses in there to read fine print at this point. And he's just like,
Yes, what do you want?
oh, we need to look at a book in the restricted section, and we were told that we needed to talk to one of the sages, and you seem like a great person to talk to.
Why do you need the book?
Well, it's an odd story. One of the custodians brought it out of the candle.
Well, that's not allowed.
Oh, we
Well,
know.
why did he do that?
That's what we.
which one of you are in there?
I don't think all of it. Tamara's used. I don't know how.
I'm
people
standing
react to
in the
Dragonborn.
doorway just outside
Okay.
watching.
Looking charismatic.
Charismatic as.
Book, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So he's just going back and forth between.
Why did he take it out?
We
He
don't.
wasn't supposed to take out the book. No one takes books out of the restricted section.
Okay, we would not like to take it out of the restriction section. We would just like to look at it very carefully and with respect.
Why? What knowledge are you seeking? Why?
Well, the book itself really interested a couple of my friends, and a couple of us are just vastly want to know why he would risk taking the book out.
Huh? And what happened to him? What?
Well, he died in the street.
When they
Oh.
the row by the books.
He took the book and died?
Yes,
And now you want the book?
we want to look at it in the restricted section.
Because you want to die?
No,
It seems like a very strange reason to want a book.
well, no.
A dead man's book?
A couple of my friends looked at it and were really interested in what was in it.
And they're still alive.
Well,
It does not appear he died from the book.
are you sure? I mean, books like that, we can't have them out.
Right.
We don't need any killer books.
No, book is fine. We would just
Shut
like
up,
to look at
you!
it.
Like he shouts at a pile of scrolls that are like torn up on the ground.
Sir, you seem really, really busy. How long has it been since you've come out of here to get dinner or anything?
What day is it?
What day is it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday's a good day, isn't it? It's Friday, around 4:30.
Well, now we're all rude.
13 years.
Well, my friend made some muffins if you'd like them, and then we can go and check out the book, and you can have some dinner.
Muffins, you say?
Blueberry.
Mm.
She is one of the best bakers on our plane.
Oh. I said be quiet.
They're packaged safely in this container where they won't.
Sure they are. All right. But if the book kills you, it's not on me.
Absolutely not.
All right?
And he bustles himself with a couple of, and rips out like a clean sheet of paper, and like the corner tears out of it, and he just sits there with his pen. And he whichever one of you is closer to the desk, he just kind of, and you kind of open it, and it looks vaguely common and vaguely gnomish. What it says, if you know.
It's a prescription.
He's like, and remember, if it kills you, it's on you.
Absolutely.
We definitely won't be back to bother you in that case.
In that case, may you die happy. Yeah.
All right, and leaves the muffins and backs out the door.
As you leave, you hear the package being opened.
Oh, blueberry. Timber muffin.
I helped, whether you want to admit it or not.
Yeah, I imagine like Drost and Tamara are just standing there and watching Heath just.
Can I roll the mage hand him in the back of the head just for the
No, you can just
maneuver?
you can
Free
just
action.
do that
That's a free action.
because mage hand can't be used to attack. So
Right.
you feel this invisible hand kind of go.
Oh, thank you. I had a stiff neck anyway.
Was he having a seizure or something? What was that?
I never know. It's hard to tell.
Well, did you get the thing?
We got the thing. I think there's stuff written on it.
Or good job.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, good job.
Good job, Carol.
Good job, sweetie.
Good job. Yes.
All right.
So can we go see the dead guy's book now?
Well, we can go ask for it.
We'll go back to the librarian and
Okay. The librarian looks at it like, you went to see Cornelius, didn't you?
no, kind of screaming at his books.
Yes, Cornelius. He's been here a while.
13 years. You've ought to take him muffins every once in a while.
He's fed every day.
Oh.
He orders it from the. Yeah. He eats each day. Always the same thing though. Grape nuts. Don't know why you'd want to live on it, but well, I suppose you do have permission, and so it was the what book?
The Candlekeep Deconstruction. It is Ishahar.
Oh, right. Yeah, Marcus. And he runs off. He knows exactly where he left it because he just put it there.
Thank you, Marcus.
Comes back in about a minute, and the librarian says, "All right, so follow me because restricted books do have to stay in the study rooms, and leads you to a little, 8 foot by 8 foot little room. Has a desk in the middle of it. There's 2 chairs in it, one on each side of the desk, and places this book just poof, on the table for you. Hands out like a pair of white cotton gloves for who's going to be reading it.
I think you read the fastest. Don't
Thank you.
Does he still need to be quiet?
As long as nobody can hear outside this room, it's probably fine.
I guess now we're in a room by ourselves, so probably.
Thank God I can talk again. You've missed hearing my voice, admit it. I love you too, Lynn.
Less talking, more reading.
I'm like Liz calculating how many spell slots and if she wants to use one right now.
All right. What am I doing? I got a book.
You're reading the book, and I guess the rest
So-
of us that are interested in that sort of thing are peering over. your
Copyright.
shoulder. You don't have to read it out loud. I think we're just going to look over your shoulder, and you can summarize.
Nobody likes story time, apparently. I will. I go back to the barn section.
Okay.
How thick is the book? Okay, like so.
About
Yeah, you
500
Dick
pages.
with 2 C's.
I'm gonna take a nap while you.
You are not reading that whole thing out loud.
But you're going to
Chapter 1.
you get to the area that kind of it falls open to that spot,
Yeah.
like it'd been open to it a whole bunch,
Mhm.
and it tells you about a particular tower called the barn door. It does not, however, tell you why it's called that, and it has this floor plan for kind of a basement area, which looks like a really long hallway with a couple of workshops, coming off of it. And an array of odd mechanical devices kind of on each page that are described. The barn door is one of the many towers. It's in the inner ward, and it has a little X kind of marked toward the bottom of the page with no indication of what it needs.
Okay.
It's just kind of a, like, as though somebody were trying to mark a page, or mark something. So give me an intelligence arcana check.
14.
14. Okay. As you look at these diagrams and so forth, they look vaguely mechanical in nature, but it's hard to make out exactly what's going on with them.
Mhm.
But it looks like there's probably more to the tower than just being a tower full of books.
Okay.
Do you have other questions?
Was that dude still there?
Well, the library left you with the book and said just leave the book in the room when you leave. And
Do we have, like, well, I guess Carol always actually has paper on her because she writes.
Then who spoke?
what do you mean?
Who said, do you have any other questions?
Oh, that was just I like Cornelius's voice.
Oh, okay. I'm sitting here like, did the book speak?
Yeah.
No, sorry, that's just me liking Cornelius's voice.
Okay.
And so he's going to show up in other games.
Fair enough. Gotcha. Okay.
Well,
Um,
his voice will. I don't know if he will.
Fair enough.
So do we want to, jot down any of the notes from this barn door thing?
They didn't say we couldn't.
Yeah, you can make copies. You just
Mhm.
the book itself has to. And if it kills you, then it's on you.
It is. Well, so far the book hasn't killed us.
There is truth to that. Okay. You also, because in there, where it is, about, and let's see, you've been in this place for several months. You also know that no one really uses it. It's one of the older towers in Candlekeep.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe we should check out the tower. Or maybe.
Is there anything that tells us about what it's supposed to be in there?
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah. Okay. These guys. Ooh. 6. I can't read.
Well, it is mostly pictures and diagrams. And so trying to make sense of the diagrams and the pictures without any context of seeing what's there in person. They're not crudely drawn, but they're unfamiliar. So, let's get everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, now the book's going to kill us. I like these guys better.
Oh, and you'll get a boost to your saving throw for my aura of protection because we're all huddled together. So if they're within 15 feet, they get to add my charisma modifier, which is 3.
Is that against anything or just against attacks?
It says saving throw. So
Okay.
if it,
Well, anybody who ended up with lower than a 15, you fall down as an earthquake very quickly rattles the building, lasts about 2 or 3 seconds, and then stops again.
What are you doing down there?
Oh, just exploring the space. The acoustics down here are great.
Just take a step back. Just in case. He's wearing a loincloth.
I've already seen it. I know what it looks like.
It's blue. Yep. So an earthquake causes everything to kind of shudder, and then just as quickly as it starts, it stops. You hear kind of the sounds of people scurrying in the building around you, but the door is still shut. Little bits of plaster dust have kind of wafted down from the ceiling, but the room itself still seems solid. What do you want to do?
Well, this book is fun. Let's keep reading.
Perhaps we should make our way to that tower.
I agree with Mr. Gross.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
Can I use
We
my
sit here and read the book for the next 2 hours. It'll be the best streaming podcast.
Well, we're halfway through the first out. We're halfway through. We're like at 4:53.
Yeah, let's go do the thing then. guys.
Tamara wants to use her divine sense of good and evil, like to see if she picks up anything from the book. Okay.
We can play longer. We just be eating into Lori's time. So
No! Then Lori will have to play from midnight to 2.
Which I could do.
Don't matter to me.
Doesn't matter to you guys either, does it? I don't hear you, so yeah. Fine. Yeah, same shit.
Wait.
It's not the same. You can't force it.
I've been on delayed reaction all weekend, so you know.
Nice. All right. You make your way toward the barn door, and as you reach it, decades of neglect have made it not just decrepit. It looks bad. The bricks, and this is one of those where it's brick construction, and then it's got the plaster that goes over it, so it looks like a smooth stone kind of saw. You see bits and pieces of that kind of broken apart. The door, however, looks as though it has been recently repaired.
Looks like my first apartment.
Around kind of the area, you see cracks in the ground along the foundations of this tower, and you see a lot of the plaster kind of resting on the ground next to it.
This certainly can't be connected in any way, shape, or form.
Do we know who this tower belongs to, or is
It belongs to the Candlekeep.
okay?
It's here. So you have, make sure that I'm getting this here. The barn door is a 3-story stone tower, topped with a roof of metal hinges painted red. The only entrance appears to be the ground level iron door that has a wooden sign bolted to it that reads, "In common, danger, no trespassing."
The welcome sign's on.
Sounds like our kind of place.
I can't read. That sign won't keep me out.
If those kids could read, they'd be very offended. And so there is nothing outwardly peculiar about it other than what's been described.
No locks or anything on the door?
They look just very, very heavy.
Does the door look trapped?
Roll me an investigation.
Oh, I have a thing for trying.
Should we knock?
15.
15. You notice a little sigil on it that indicates that it is locked
Okay, but just locked, not
with an
like.
arcane lock.
Do we have to go talk to Cornelius again?
I don't know. So technically, you said it belongs to Candlekeep. So I mean, who
We're going
Is
to
that-
need more muffins.
is that like? Is that like a whole group of people that own it then, or?
It's Candlekeep it's like who owns McMurray College or Illinois College. That's how Candlekeep operates. Who owns a college? No one really owns it. It's just operated by.
Okay, because I want to see how much fun this tower is going to be. I want to get out my sentient sword and point it at the door and see what Leaf thinks. Leaf being the name of the sword.
At last, we've come to slay evil again! Evil!
We can't hear this, right? It's
No,
just
Correct.
Lynn. Yeah.
It's just Lynn
That's her,
can
yeah.
hear it, and you see Lynn kind of pull the sword and then like jab at the sigil.
The sword is excited that we're here. I'm guessing.
It found the evil. It was looking
It
for
always finds the evil.
It's good for that, adventure-wise, so let's go with it. Okay, well, we're
According to
here.
the sword, everything's evil.
It never points at me.
Fair.
You just thought I was gross.
Fair.
Okay, well, can I take a stab at the lock then?
Like literally?
No, not literally.
It is an arcane lock, so there is no place for thieves' tools.
It's a magic
It's a
thing.
magical lock.
That is super sad.
However, it is also a door, and doors can be broken.
How about the hinges on the other side? Can I unhinge it?
The door opens
Okay.
out, so the hinges are on this side.
It was worth a try.
Like the hinges are on the side you're on.
Oh, can I? Okay.
Just pry the hinges off you.
Can't pry the hinges.
Yeah. Give me a strength check.
Well, maybe I should get someone else to do it, but we'll try it anyway. Oh, that wasn't as bad as it could have been. 17.
17. They're old and they're not liking to move too much, but you do get them to kind of squeak up a little bit and eventually kind of work one of them out. It takes about 5 or 6 minutes to get
Hey,
one of them out.
Dros, why don't you do the other one though?
I will do the other one. 21.
And Drost reaches up to the other one and goes, yeah. And so you have a door that's now unhinged. It's gonna pull out.
Anyone got any other ideas?
Tamara will just pull the door. Like, if they've already loosened it, she's pretty strong. She'll just pull the door.
And the door creaks down, and anybody who's standing right in front of the door needs to make a dexterity check because it's about to fall down. And it's like 9 feet tall.
Critical fail.
Since I'm the one pulling on it, do I still need to make a save?
Probably
do,
you're
yeah.
probably
You're the most likely one for the fall on.
Which kind of save? Dex?
Dex
9.
9. Okay, you're both going to take 6 points of damage as this door kind of
I forgot.
slams down on you.
Probably wouldn't have happened,
Dros,
What?
knock knock.
though. Sorry, how many?
6.
It's open.
All right. As you look into this now gaping entrance here, the tower's ground floor, it smells like old books. It has walls lined floor to ceiling with bookcases. Wood-framed doors set with small little diamond-shaped panes of glass keep the books secure on the shelves. So like, one of those, lift up the door, take the book, door goes back down.
I'm surprised they left the books in here.
Each section of the shelves has one of those ladders that goes up that gets anchored to a rail that can kind of spin around.
I love those.
And you see 3 custodians working there sweeping the floors, a human, a gnome, and a half-elf. And as they look up at you, they all grab a large piece of wood that seemed to have been for each of them, and they charge you, and you need to roll for initiative.
It was like that when we got here.
We have permission. Show them the letter of permission.
The librarian took it.
So now I roll.
All right, over a 20. Okay. 15 to 20.
30, 20.
16.
16 as well. Pretty sure she's got the higher dex.
Plus 3.
Lynn, Gross, and Alpaca. All right. 10 to 15. Oh, wow. All right. So Chick will get to go. 5 to 10.
7.
9.
Okay.
Carol wasn't planning on beating people up in a library today.
Gross was hoping to.
Dros always hopes to.
All right.
Are we doing non-lethal or what?
Well, I guess, do they look like they're trying to, you just stop us, or do they look like they're trying to kill us with the boards they're coming after us with?
All right. So let me get.
I mean, I assume they're just trying to protect the library, but.
And does type of damage matter?
It's not right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So y'all came in these doors over here. And we got here, we've got stairs coming down. Sorry for those of you on camera that you can't see. There is a chair here and a desk here.
There's map drawing going on.
Around here are the bookshelves. And this wall extends around a bit. That doesn't need to be there. But that's showing kind of how that stairs go up. And so it's just a solid wall all the way around as the stairs go up. Okay. The ceilings here are 10 feet high. Mm-hmm. And it's clean, ish. So we need, for those of you who are going to use those, kind of figure out.
Yeah, I forgot ours.
But Chip's going to be one of them. And this guy going to be one of them. And this other guy going to be one of them. So I got a couple of soldiers and one Chip of Chippendale fame who are going to be charging you. That'll be.
There you got a Carol. We got a Heath. Oh. When Darren gets back, we can do the thing.
You can do the thing?
Well, because I'm like almost as far away from the map as you can get.
And you'll be able to see kind of where those are.
Okay, so they're coming at us with sticks.
They're coming after you with, think like furniture legs, like heavy clubs. These are very large individuals. They are wearing acolyte robes, but they seem to be just a little bit off. Like they're not cleaned as well. So flanking is going to be a weird thing this time.
As a reaction, Tamara would like to yell to Lynn, is the sword saying they're evil?
Is the sword saying they're evil?
The sword thinks that everything is evil.
That's a problem.
And
Except
so-
Carol.
So
Carol.
Well,
No, it's just never pointed at Carol because
true.
normally she's near one of you
So,
guys.
We should do that sometime.
It's a semi-intelligent sword, and so focus on that semi.
No, it's semi-mad juice. It's not helpful.
Okay.
Sometimes, okay.
So Tamara, you are first in the initiative,
Okay, well, Tamara's,
and you would have been right by the door when it came in. So
Yeah, so
I
would
figured
have
I'd be in front. So whichever of them gets to me first, she's probably going to go ahead and
You're
attack. Because,
you're the first in the initiative, so you get to move.
Okay,
This
but they are like they're obviously coming.
this is
towards
where they
us.
got to when it's your turn.
Okay,
So
but the intent was obvious that they're
She means
yes,
they have
they're
threatening
going
intent.
to kill you.
Yeah, that's what
If
she
they
said.
got the opportunity, it looks like they're planning on beating you over the heads and either eating your bodies or tossing them out into the street for other things to eat.
Tamara is going to attack Chip.
Go after that chipmunk.
All right,
I hope that a 26 hits.
26 will hit.
Okay, so a 29 will hit. So both of her attacks hit, and you said type of damage doesn't matter.
It does not.
Okay, do you just want combined damage or?
Yep.
Okay, combined damage total for both attacks 27.
All right. That is a beast. All right, Lynn, you're up next, and Dros, you're on deck.
Okay, I am gonna stay where I am, but I want to put a water cube in front of the other two.
A water cube.
So I'm gonna use shape water. I can make a 5-foot cube.
Is it going to
Basically a
stay?
wall.
It's going to stay put. This
Uh-huh.
5-foot cube will just kind of
I
like,
can move it, but
so it'll just be resting kind of on the ground in front of them.
I just want something like so that they run into it and are just like kind of confused, like what to either stop them or like maybe knock them out of whatever their brain problem is.
All right.
Can you remind me how this works for one of my auras, the protection one? Is it like, because I'm already engaged with Chip, is it where I'd have to wait until somebody is closer whenever it's my turn again, then I can impose disadvantage? Or is it, if that happens, can
If
that
they are
be-
within the range when an attack is made against them,
Mhm. So can
then-
I just say that if that comes up as we're going through
Okay.
initiative, if I just want to make
and
sure I follow the
what's
right,
the distance?
10 feet. I have to
Okay.
be within 10 feet.
All right, and we'll take care of that. All right, so Lynn, is that your action?
Yes.
Do you have any movement that you're planning to use?
No, I'm cool out here.
All right, Gross,
Okay.
and then we got 2 bad guys and Heath.
All right.
There is a cube of water in
Right.
front of the 2 to the left, and Chip is there looking, super imposing, like in a Disney sense.
Far left guy. Will a 12 hit him?
12 will not hit him.
All right. Well, a 23 will.
23 will.
All right. So Dros is gonna hurl Sir Overkill for 14 points of damage.
Okay. And that Sir Overkill kind of flings through the air and just kind of and he kind of smiles and chuckles at you like, this is a guy easily your size.
Dros smiles as he receives Sir Overkill back.
With the googly eyes kind of going back and forth.
You will eat well today, my friend.
Okay. All right. And so 14 is not going to hit you.
Which one of us?
Tamara.
No, she's got 21 AC.
21 AC. So you are only going to get hit once by Chip, who is using this great big old piece of wood.
Technically, that's Dale.
Is it?
Red nose.
Yeah.
Chip, Dale, don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah. Sir Monk.
And you're going to take 9 points of damage from as he swings and he just and then kind of brings it down and catches you on the shoulder for that 7 points of damage. Is that what I said? 9
Yep.
points of damage.
9 points.
9 points of damage. All right. So then the other one, they're going to move, but they're going to have their speed slowed through here, so they're only going to make it that far. This guys can't move yet. But he's going to go after Tamara as well because she is the closest to him. And so you're going to get hit 2 more times by these pieces of 4, 8 plus 9, 17 plus 8 for 25 more points of bludgeoning damage as this guy starts swinging this big old club at you. Heath, you're up. Carol, you're on deck.
Will a 17 beat their AC?
A 17 will beat one of their ACs.
Any of them?
Yeah.
Okay. The one that just attacked Carol,
Uh-huh.
not Carol,
Tamara.
Tamara. The one that just took a pot shot at Tamara.
Mm-hmm.
I cast Eldritch Blast, 3 beams at it. All 3 beams are going to hit. He's going to take 33 points of force damage.
Okay. And he is going to just kind of the
hat,
black hat,
yeah.
and he's going to hit on the side, and kind of rock over to the side a little bit and just kind of look over and see Dros and just kind of Heath in the background, just kind of doing that little wave thing. Wait, you're in the doorway.
I know. So
dude.
Dros is just trying to look intimidating.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were looking at me like you were sad that he was seeing you and thinking that you did it.
No.
I don't know. I think that would make Dros happy. It's like,
No.
yes.
Dros is like, damn right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carol, you're up.
All right. Carol's gonna squeeze by Dros and go to the dude with the red shirt.
Which one is
Carol's got the red hair.
Carol? Got the red hair. All right.
Go after the dude in the red shirt. Oh,
Yep.
And just knock him
And
over.
just fall down.
That's a particular monk fighting technique.
fall over.
Drunken mastery.
And she is going to let loose on this dude with her quarterstaff with 14 points, but I got a nat 20 with my follow-up fist.
Mm-hmm.
So that is going to take, I hadn't quite finished math on this, 17 more. So 14, 31.
And did you remember on a nat 20 that you cast a firebolt with
Oh, no, I did not.
So
I
that's
thought that
another D10.
I thought that was only if I'd used a key point.
So that's
to not attack.
a D10, not a
D10.
D6.
D10. Yep. That's a D8.
That's a D8. Here's my D10. Another 2.
So how much was that total?
I wrote it down and then let's see. Hang on. I had it written down and told you what it was, but I erased it.
Well, that was foolish.
It was.
Keep all your numbers.
33.
Okay. And he is well and truly rocked, but not yet bloodied.
Okay.
All
Do
right.
they still look confused? Like,
They don't look confused. They look angry, like you're trespassing on their space. And so this guy will have his movement slowed, but he will be able to make it here because it is a tiny room and all came in.
and they aren't interested in like, we have permission though. There's the
Oh yeah, they are not heeding the permission bit. All right,
Bummer.
so
fair enough.
Carol,
Mm-hmm.
a 13 is not going to hit you.
No.
But a 24 and
Yes.
up will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're going to get hit twice by this dude with the club
Mm-hmm.
for 15 plus 8 for 23 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
as he wails on you with this thing. And we are back to the top of the order. So Tamara, then Lynn, then Dros.
Okay, how is Dale looking? Is he like
I'm just being.
You're the only one that's hit him.
okay? But
So
I mean, like
he looks fine.
okay, so
He looks as raring to go as you can get.
That's Chip.
Yeah. He looks positively chipper.
okay. 23 and 26 will both hit
Yes,
for
they
a
will.
combined 32 points of damage.
Okay.
Now, does he look like any less?
He looks like he's been hit a few times, but he's still
Not much of a dent. Okay.
nope. He is ready to go. These guys are big. You know, they are big and they are strong and they are gnarly and nasty. And Lynn, you are up.
Okay. Let's see what else. All right. I am going to come in and attack. Which one's the least damage?
The
Blue
guy in the blue shirt.
Okay, I'm gonna come after him. I got a 28 to hit, and I rolled really good, so 51 points of stabbing damage with the angry sentient sword, which is probably still screaming.
It is still screaming, and it looks now about as beat up as the one in the red shirt. And he makes a really loud, manly scream of rage and, rage
no,
and
I meant
pain.
the sword. What is the sword screaming?
Oh, the sword is like,
Yes, let us taste the blood of the evil ones.
See, that's the good quality stuff we want, Chad. That is what our fine viewers demand.
is that right?
Character acting.
Dros, you're up.
All right, going after blue shirts with Sir Overkill, a 24 and a 26 for the attack roll.
Oh yeah.
All right, and he's raging. So
Okay, you're gonna be able to just squeeze by
yeah,
on Carol here, but you are gonna take an attack of opportunity from
okay.
blue shirt guy because you're
Am
going
I
right.
close enough to impose disadvantage on him attacking, or
Which one are you attacking, Dros?
Blue shirt.
Oh, you're attacking blue shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were attacking red shirt.
No, I'm
guy.
attacking blue shirt with Sir Overkill.
Okay, so you won't take an attack of opportunity. You're coming in to engage him.
so? Looking at this, I guess whenever this one tries to attack Carol, I guess that she should be close enough that I can impose disadvantage on that one.
Mhm.
All right, with the rage damage, total is 49
Against blue shirt guy.
against blue shirt guy. As Dro's just, he sees everyone else is having more success than he did on his first attack, and he's kind of angry about it.
This guy is well and truly bloodied at this point between you and Lynn.
How dare you be hurt more by others?
That's how I assume it went.
All right. All right. So Dale is going to go after Tamara again,
Didn't mean
Ooh.
to strike a nerve.
and is going to Yeah.
Deal now, Chip.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's not fine.
It is fine.
It's not fine.
All right.
Deal that, Chip. It's really fine.
have another player's handbook.
We have two.
I got one here.
They have two.
21. But one of them crits on you.
Woo!
So. 12, 16. So Tamara, you are going to take 41 points of damage as the red-nosed chipmunk, whose name has changed back and forth so many times I honestly don't remember which one it is, and I don't care.
Harvey.
Harvey. Excellent.
Harvey.
Harvey is going to connect with all three of his and just into your ribs, across your shoulder, upside your head, just dazing you, and like everything goes white and ringing for just a half a second as this piece of table leg connects with you and bruises against your body. And so we are on to the other guy, the guy in the red shirt, who has got disadvantage against Carol. So really I only need to re-roll that one. So, all right. Carol, you're still going to get hit once. For 11 points. As Tamara kind of in her dazed state, is able to kind of reach out and stop him from hitting a couple of those times, distracting him. But that third one just connects almost as though he's just swinging wildly. And so we are on to Heath, then Carol.
The anthropomorphic chipmunk
Yeah.
of indeterminate name needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He rolled a wisdom or
Wisdom.
16.
That's not going to do it.
Okay.
I cast Toll the Dead, and he's going to take 31 points of necromancy damage.
31.
As a spectral hand comes out, and well, no, that might be something else. Oh no, I point my finger at it, and bells fill the air, and he just.
Is that a psychic damage thing?
No, it's a necrotic damage,
Okay.
but it
Alright.
clearly says bells fill the air.
All right. So you do that. You cast this, and as these spectral bells just kind of ring in his head, you see like little tendrils of black kind of reaching up his head and his neck and so forth and down his arms, and you can see him kind of shrinking a little bit with the pain of it.
Hello.
Carol.
All right. 14 does not hit red. Does
14 does not
But
hit
20
red.
and up does.
20 and up will. Certainly.
All right. So
16 and up will hit.
So she is going to start swinging her quarterstaff and connect once, and then follow up with a kick. And I need him to make a Dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw 17.
17. Where's my saving throw? Will not do it because he needed an 18. So he is going to be knocked prone and also take 20 points of damage.
Okay, so Red's taking 20 points of damage and he's laying down now.
Yep. So unless you're doing a ranged attack, you will have advantage meleeing attack
Okay.
him.
Is this water still here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's
It'll
see.
stay there for an hour unless I do something.
Okay. Red is up. He's going to whirl on you, Lynn, because you cheated. Wow. You know what? I got these nice fancy new dice from Extra Life. I think they're going to get retired before they even get used.
I don't know, I've been working pretty good against Tamara.
Says a 21 will hit you. Yes?
I can't imagine it. It will, yes.
Okay. So you'll take 15 points from that attack, unless you're going to use your reaction to avoid that, which I think you can have that once on your reactions. Because the other two, I rolled double threes.
Nice.
So.
Okay.
So there is that one, and so we're back to the top. Tamara, Lynn, Dross.
Is a 17 hit.
17 will hit.
Okay, good. So both her attacks hit, and I'm going to expend a spell slot to do a little bit more damage. So she does a combined 37 points of damage.
Dang, man.
Is the chipmunk still standing?
He's still standing, but he doesn't really want to be.
I mean,
He's well and truly bloodied.
okay. I was hoping he was at least looking not so
Oh
good
yeah,
by
he
now.
is bloodied at this point, but he is also like you almost see a flash to his eyes as he realizes that he's probably not going to be making it out of this, and you just see him kind of and just kind of work himself up, and you've seen similar workups out of your buddy Dross. Lynn, you're on.
19 against the blue guy.
19 will hit the blue guy.
40 points of piercing damage.
40 points of piercing. Do you want to describe how he dies?
Well, I was just gonna jump up behind him and stab him with the sword, and the sword's probably gonna say something interesting.
Yes, we shall taste the blood of the evil tonight. Again.
Okay.
Oh, that's really hard on my
It-
throat.
yeah. You gotta warm that thing up, man.
Yeah. So
Blue's down.
okay, blue's down.
Is red down?
Red's
Red
on his
red
back.
is on his
Oh.
back.
Okay.
So Dross, you're up. If you're attacking the guy on his back, you'll have advantage, I believe.
Okay. Well, I want to say that Dross would have noticed Chip kind of like, or Dale, now I'm doing it, kind of hulking himself up. So instead, he's going to kind of pivot a little bit and throw Sir Overkill at the chipmunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I critted while raging, in addition to, the other hit being.
Say he's got 15 hit points left.
Okay.
Do you want to just?
Yeah. So
Because he was basically going to do a
Dross,
last explosive.
Dross
kind
saw
of-
him getting ready to rage himself, so he just kind of sidearms Sir Overkill right at his cranium.
And right at his cranium it goes, removing, well, the part necessary to do things other than breathe.
Yeah.
So, and Tamara, your experience of all this is you're seeing this anthropomorphic rodent, indeterminate name, amping himself up, and as he's just about to let loose, you see him about to reach his shoulders back and just about to bellow a war cry. He just kind of suddenly goes glassy-eyed as the top of his head just kind of slings off, and his pair of googly eyes just kind of go by.
Dross catches Sir Overkill and waves.
Okay, so he's dead. He's dead. This guy still has an attack. He's going to use half his movement speed to stand up because it's not like he can go anywhere. But you're the one that knocked him down, and so he's got disadvantage, but he's still going to try and use it. What's your AC, Carol?
21.
21. So we only have to roll those two, and he's still going to get to hit you once.
Okay.
So, and so you're going to take 13 points of damage from that hit. Heath, you are up.
I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is 21.
Yeah, that'll do it.
He rolled a natural 20, but
Nice.
saves don't.
Thanks, Extra Life Dice.
That wasn't the extra life dice.
See, I'm trying to just save face for them. So yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay. There's no damage if you succeed. So
Okay.
I don't do anything.
So what would be the experience? What were you trying to cast?
I was trying to cast Toll the Dead again.
Okay. And so you cast the spell.
Yes.
The bells kind of ring, but he just kind of looks around. He's already committed to dying. And so he just kind of shakes it off as so.
All right.
And continues on. Carol, you're up.
All right. Carol is going to go after him again with the quarterstaff and flurry of blows, but only one of her punches connects. But he needs to make another dex saving throw before, to see if he gets knocked back down on his butt.
22.
He will not get knocked on his butt this time, but he will take 14 points of damage
Okay.
from the quarterstaff and punches.
Okay. He's not looking great.
Mhm.
Just throw that out. He's not looking great right now. And we're at the top of the order. So Tamara, Lynn, Gross.
Okay.
If
so
he makes it that far.
we got one bad guy.
You
left.
have one bad guy who is, he's not looking good.
Okay, well,
but
I
he's
critted on my first attack.
You just described your killing of him.
Okay, I did 49 points of damage for both of my attacks plus my crit.
Just tell us
He
what
had
happened.
35 to go. So
I think she's just gonna cut him straight in half. Tamara's pretty pissed at this point. She's taken a fair amount of damage, so
Okay.
she's just gonna take her magic sword and just right through the
My
middle.
muffins are gone, and this is my thanks.
Beheading is more of Dros's thing, so.
so you're gonna leave at least the upper half of the casket looking pretty.
Yeah.
I don't think she's that worried about it. She's just doing something like just not with like this. This is the closest and fastest and most efficient way to just take him out.
No,
Well-
my thing is liberating limbs.
And take him out you do. And as his body kind of separates a la Darth Maul at the end of Phantom Menace, the best of the prequel trilogy, there's a quietness that kind of, at me. Compared to the other two, at least it had a story to tell.
That's at Geek Cave Chat on Discord.
A quietness kind of comes over. You look, as you kind of look around the room against the far wall, that wooden staircase covered with a green carpeting leads up. The golden credenza with images of farm animals are carved into the table there, and a high-back chair with burgundy cushion sits behind it. Who has a passive perception of 15 or higher?
Not me.
Okay, so the three of you on that side of the table, you also notice a door. One of those little secret door type things right over there.
Okay, because I'm not a monster in the library, I put the water outside so that it doesn't destroy the books.
All right. This is the first time you played a character not a monster in the moment. And then I decided to burn them all.
Was like, did I kill an acolyte? Yes. Am I destroying the books though? No. So you work out how that works. Anyway.
I mean, to be fair, water damage is easier to deal with than, say, fire damage.
The other custodian we saw, he wasn't wearing an acolyte robes, was he? The one that died?
No, he was wearing custodian's robes.
So these guys, something aren't quite passing the sniff test anyway, because custodians don't wear these robes. So if they were in here cleaning,
Yeah, they're suspicious dudes. Anyway, okay, I want to
They're
see.
dead now.
Does the sword think
they're
the
not
evil is
monsters.
God? Does the sword think there's more evil? It's usually at least good enough to detect that there's something or not.
Onward! Onward and upward, onward and downward. We must find the evil!
All right, there's a ton more evil, guys.
Go figure.
Tamara is going to use Lay On of Hands to heal herself some.
All right.
I'm still down that 1 hit point from when I fainted when we first got here. Can I get a little bit of that?
He's fine.
Tamara pats him on the shoulder. She doesn't actually use any healing.
helping on the placebo effect.
Nice. I feel spry. Thank you.
Oh, I hope that comes back into play. He has
One
that-
hit point.
He has 1 hit point left, and he thinks he does, but he doesn't.
Tamara took 75 points of damage in that fight, so she thinks she needs a little bit more.
That was great.
I'm keeping some. I'm not blowing all of my healing.
Not blowing the
You know
wad.
what? They're your laying on of hands.
Blow the wad.
Depends on how you lay the hands.
Hey-o.
It's for the children, folks.
Hashtag for the kids.
children.
Hashtag for the kids.
Donate now.
Well, while y'all are figuring out what you're going to do next, you too can help donate.
Yeah, it's really easy. All you have to
From
do
the
is
Miracle Network.
extra-life.org, look for Geek Cave Podcast, or just go to geekcavepodcast.com and
click on that extra life lane. Push that friendly button. We're also multi-streaming on Facebook and YouTube, and the donation link is there in the video description. See? It couldn't possibly be easier.
Not if I could help it.
Could not better be.
Tamara will use divine sense.
Okay.
I forgot to write all that down, but I think I get at least a minute, worth of that, and I can sense good and evil, or like the objects that have been desecrated within a 60-foot radius. So she'd like to walk around the room and see if she's getting any kind of leading on that.
So detect good and evil doesn't detect alignment so much as it detects like demons and devils,
right?
And angels and so forth.
You can either detect like like fiends.
Mhm.
I have to look up to see exactly what all falls under that, and then objects that have been like if the books were evil, I think that I would be picking up on that, or if there's other evil objects.
You're not noticing anything that's standing out as evil in that kind of way.
Okay.
So you got stairs up, and enough of you have discovered stairs down that, or at least a door that I'm presuming you're going to open.
Are there any of the books that I think are worth looking at?
As you look at the books,
Since they're books and I didn't drown them.
Yeah, like what kind of titles or languages are we seeing?
so most of what you're seeing are dissertations of questionable value, and they are arranged alphabetical or by title. You can see a gap on one of the shelves where Candlekeep Deconstruction was probably stored before it was taken. But other than that, imagine going to the ego section of your college library, where all of the professors have their dissertations and their theses like written there. That's what you're seeing a lot of,
Is this all in common, or what kind of language?
Some of them are in common, some gnomish, some elvish, some draconic, some, couple in some questionable languages that might be abyssal, but,
I mean, Heath would know if it was abyssal, wouldn't he?
yeah.
I can read Abyssal.
Yes, I know.
Maybe this was like country.
In fact, I can
hick.
read any written language.
Is this like country hick abyssal?
Like broken abyssal. 5 minutes on Duolingo abyssal.
Did I do that today?
5 minutes of abyssal on
I
Duolingo.
think you did.
No, I
I know.
do my German
I
on
know.
Duolingo.
It probably sounds the same.
Please sponsor the podcast.
I don't mean that offensively.
All right. It's all right. Nope. No, the books themselves, nothing stands out to you as particularly valuable unless you were a high academic. In which case, even then, the things are like they're niche titles. They're PhD niche kind of things that somebody would write because it's like, okay, I want to do a super deep dive on frequency ranges of Toll the Dead.
Boring.
To determine whether or not there's a way of
Read it. Had the audiobook. Read it. Yeah, fortunately I read it.
Oyster farming and you. Roadmaps of Iowa. Fire eating for flame and for fun and for profit.
so
Up
What
or
are-
down?
Up or down?
Well, y'all got to open that secret door first.
Carol will go over and, look at it.
Personally, I say we go down and then walk up.
so
That seems appropriately, Heath.
You're welcome.
You've been corrupting Carol.
Was that Carol or Elizabeth? Because if it's Elizabeth, she was like that when I found her, I'm pretty sure. If it's Carol, what can I say?
well, after the cherry conversation 2 years ago, you find a false book on the shelf that when you pull it, it causes the door to swing in, and a narrow staircase leads down.
Is it lit or is it,
It
Dark
is
down there.
fair. It's dark on top, but you can see light down below because the staircase follows around the curve.
All right.
And there's the bookcase wall right there. So there's no kind of magical light or whatnot.
Drost is disappointed to hear this because he wanted to use his circlet, ping.
You still could. It is dark going down the stairs.
Yeah,
It might
but
be a
there's
false
light.
staircase.
All right, fine. Yeah. Ping. And so his light up circlet casts light into 100 feet radius.
Well, it casts light, 15 feet down the stairs until there's a curve
Trying
and
to like aim my head.
Maybe you should go first, Mr. Drost. That way you can see if there's, anything on the stairs.
Drost goes first with his head slightly down.
Admit it, you just want to look at his butt.
Hey,
Now, you normally went behind him. Or Lynn.
Yeah, I do.
Admit it, you want to look at her butt.
I do 800 squats a day.
I know, we typically bunk together. I always make sure he's off on his count, so he has to
Camera will bring up the rear, she says.
all right. Do you have the eraser behind you here?
Absolutely.
Nice thing about a tower is I can just reuse most of the map.
So prizes that we still have available for those who donate to our Extra Life Marathon. We are giving away an Xbox Series S console. That'll be tomorrow at the end of the marathon, so be sure you donate before then. A Genki Shadowcast streaming capture device. We've got some Geek Cave merch, including power banks and hockey pucks. If you donate $40 or more, Justin will do a sketch of a comic book character or cartoon character of your choice. Please keep it classy. We still have a $50 gift card of your choice, either Amazon, Best Buy, PlayStation Network, Nintendo eShop, or Game Pass. And we've still got a DC animation bundle with digital codes for Batman The Long Halloween Part 1 and Justice Society World War II. Both excellent films. Lori and I have watched those. We didn't use those codes. Don't worry, those are still good. And you can donate all the details at geekcavepodcast.com. Click on the Extra Life button, and away you go.
Okay. So the stairs wrap a long way around. When you reach here, the wall goes away and it's an iron set of bars.
Railing,
so you can see into the area. The air grows warmer as you're coming down. Okay. At the bottom of the stairs, you're in a 30-foot diameter room opening up directly underneath the barn door tower. 4 10-foot long metal cylinders protrude from the 20-foot high ceiling, glowing with intense heat and shedding bright embers that rain down on the floor. Bits of the wall have broken away over here, and the double iron doors there. Okay. 4 mechanical constructs resembling wolf-sized dog-headed cockroaches march in a circle around the perimeter of the cylinders. So why don't you get yourselves on the stairs?
And then
Camera bringing up the rear.
Not Lynn.
Yeah.
So you usually take the middle, and I was usually right in front of camera.
Okay. And so we will use
Onward.
these guys because I rarely have to use D10s.
Excuse me.
And so those are those little creatures there. Now, the floor of the room's covered in scorch marks that grow darker and more intense the closer you get to the center. The 2 sections of the wall have crumbled. You can just barely see underneath here where bits of the wall have also crumbled, kind of next to and under the stairs. And the stone cornices, molding, and carved panels have collapsed into rubble. And then near the foot of the stairs there, you have an iron double door, which stands closed.
What do I think the sparky thing does?
The sparky thing, give me an Arcana check.
19.
19. It looks like something that you would blast fire through, like if you were making a blast furnace.
Mhm.
But it looks like a blast furnace that's been, instead of lying sideways, that's been turned up so that the fire would blast downward.
Have the giant mechanical cockroach dog wolves noticed us?
Not yet.
Okay.
They rolled poorly.
For how we're all kind of in a line, can I see pretty much what Dro sees, or can I see nothing
You see
because
You
we're
don't see
curved?
near as much. You can see kind of that. So you don't see the little things. What you see is these things coming down and then over to here. But as you're going down, I mean, another 2 steps and you're going to be where Carol was and you'll be able to see the room.
Okay.
So are you trying to be quiet, Dros, or are you just...
Well, I am casting out 100 feet of light, but Dros sees the robot dog, sees how little room we have to work with, sees the scorch marks on the floor, and he's going to try to sneak over to that door.
Are you turning ping off before you sneak over?
Oh yeah. Pong. And so
I forgot about it.
yeah, Pong is off, everybody. So yeah.
All right.
Turns off the circle, and he's going to try to creep up to the door and maybe get through that.
So we're now in dim light.
Yep.
So for those of you who that matters, be aware. And I need new dice. I need better dice. Because out of a group of 4, 1 success is not enough to do everything. The iron door is locked.
Frick.
I got tools for that.
Right. All right. Sneak.
Sneak.
It's about as quiet as Dros can be.
Sneak.
I did it. Hold on.
Get to open this thing before those freaks see us.
Okay.
So give me a dex check.
15.
15. And you kind of sit there and you're looking behind you and kind of focusing on things. Dros is watching the room and everyone. And and then you hear the little and the door unlocks.
All right, there's not enough room in here to fight these things. Not with that big flamey thing up there.
Agreed.
This is the one time you will ever hear me say this, but let's not fight them right now.
Agreed.
All right, let's try to sneak through the door.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a group stealth.
At least Hammer's in the back.
I had a critical fail.
That's all right. One critical fail is not enough to doom you.
12.
22.
Okay.
33.
That was Dex, right? That we had to it.
Stealth, Joe.
Yeah,
Stealth.
it's stealth down there, but it'll be dex if you're not.
I don't think I'm stealthy. Yeah, I'm not stealthy
So
at all.
just Dex.
So Dex by itself is 19.
I'm wearing full plate armor. Clink, 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 clink. But I rolled a 19.
Man, the mahogany and rosewood is so nice, but I really wish my guitar were made by a master,
Let me say that I never get to roll well for stealth, even if I have a somewhat more stealthy character.
Well, if you'd like to know, they rolled a 2, a 4, a 7, and an 18 for their perception. And so by the time, when you factor in the differences there, everyone but Dros, passed. It's not enough to punish the group. If they had rolled 4 18s or 3 18s and a 20,
Yeah.
then 3 of you would have failed, and we would have been dealing with that. But as it is. Okay. You get through these double doors, and what you have is a dark, 20-foot wide hallway that you can just barely see. Right ahead of you, you've got a door on the right that you can see. That's about 20 feet ahead of you. You've got a door on the left that's another 20 feet beyond that. So we're at 40 feet.
Door on the right will be first then.
And for anybody who has dark vision, way at the extent of your dark vision, you're pretty sure that you can see a third door on the right-hand side, about 60 feet.
I tell them that.
Right.
Close the door behind you.
Just making sure that we know that that's shut.
Mhm.
Yep, Tamara does so.
Ping.
Okay.
It's dark in here.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you illuminate that, out of the darkness comes this giant wingless arthropod, 10 feet tall, 30 feet long. The creature's head has two long feelers that just seem to extend into the room and
what the frack?
multifaceted eyes. Its carapace gleams with a silvery sheen, and its tapered body kind of swishes from side to side as it crawls towards you.
Oh, what the frack?
Heathcliff yells, "Sit!"
And it is moving forward, unless that you were casting a spell.
No, I was just talking's a free action. I
You
just
stop
thought I'd
it!
try
You stop it! You stop! You stop!
No.
How far away is it from the first door that we see?
It was right next to the first door, but just a
Okay.
little bit beyond it. So,
So
you
we're not
couldn't
getting to that door.
you couldn't catch it with the dark vision.
Mhm.
But as ping goes on and it's 100 feet of
Yeah.
light, it just kind of and so it begins skittering forward. It is
He doesn't like that.
60 feet away from you.
60 feet.
Now 75 feet now. It will be 60 feet.
Do we need to roll initiative first? Or
Are you going
can
to
we-
attack it, or are you going to try to run? Or
Well, Dros sees giant monster. Dros is gonna walk forward.
then let's roll for initiative.
Dros hasn't killed whatever that is, clearly, so we
Nope.
don't know what he's gonna do.
All right, I need new dice. Good thing I get advantage on initiative. Yeah.
No, that's what it rolled.
A 19.
A 1.
Oh, you were showing me the 19.
Oh,
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, my first initiative roll was also a 1, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone gets to go first. What order do you get to go in? All right, who's got the above the 20? 15 to 20.
15.
Okay. 10 to 15?
14.
13.
12.
All right. Damn it, you missed out on seeing 11.
Tamara
Tamara, where are
got
you?
6.
Okay, well, it rolled a natural 1. Heath, go ahead and do your thing.
That sounds good. Hold on.
What is this thing's AC?
You roll and tell me what you get. And
Does a 21 beat it?
are you casting a spell at it? Describe what you're doing.
I'm casting
So I
an
can-
Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay, cast your Eldritch Blast.
All right, I cast 3 Eldritch Blasts. 2 of them are a 21, one of them's a nat 20.
All right, and you watch these blasts go through the air and impact the creature to no discernible effect.
Oh, shit. Just a nat 20 on that. It's for the kids!
Carol Vendros. It is
Magic
still-
doesn't work!
Well, at least that type of magic.
Okay, that type of magic didn't work.
You said it is
60 feet away.
between us and the door.
Well, you've got a door 20 feet ahead of you on your right,
Mhm.
and another, and 40 feet ahead of you on your left,
Mhm.
and then one
And it
that's-
was okay. It was by the far door.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
thought you
was by
said- okay,
no, it was
I
by the
misunderstood.
farthest door.
I misunderstood. That was by
Okay,
the
yeah, I thought it was by the door closest to us.
Okay.
I'm like,
It's
oh.
60 feet away.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was by the closest door.
No,
otherwise I
60
would've
feet
tried to
away
get to
from
the door.
Oh well.
You say Carol will we'll get to that first door then and see if it'll open.
Okay.
Because seeing that Heath, the stuff that normally does a lot of damage, doesn't.
One of those should have really hurt it, and it didn't. Like the second one really, really should have hurt it.
It is not locked.
It is not locked. Okay, gonna open it and cut. You know what? Yeah, she's kind of slightly panicked. She's just gonna rush into it.
All right. A stone forge stands in the back of this room, which contains 4 stone tables, apparently meant to serve as workstations. Smith stools are spread across the tables, and aprons and helmets hang from the hooks on the walls. Pieces of sheet metal and weapons are stacked up in the corners of the room. In terms of enemies, there don't appear to be any.
What about other exits?
There's just the door.
Okay. There's nothing.
Just
Nothing
the door
in
that
here.
we came in.
Yeah.
Okay. Or the door that
The
Carol
door.
came in, I mean.
Okay, and that'll probably be my whole thing is just moving.
Well,
Into
you've used your movement.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you
That's
want,
fine.
if
But
you
he's
got
not close enough for me to hit him.
Gross.
All right, Dros will move up the hallway to just past that first door.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to act as like a barrier
Okay.
between the rest of the party and that thing. Will a 21 hit?
You throw Sir Overkill at it.
Yeah, I throws her over to a roll a 21 and a 22.
Okay, and in both cases, you throw Sir Overkill, and it seems to pass through it without any effect. Returns to your hand, and the second does the same.
I don't think this thing's real.
Yeah, do I think it's an illusion as well?
Go ahead and roll an intelligence investigation.
I rolled good damage on that, man.
I know, it sucks, doesn't it?
Hey, you did sparkly thing. Like, it's harder to throw.
Yes, but I rolled a nat
It's
20 on one
investigation
of
or
those.
perception?
Investigation, because you're trying to notice a particular thing instead of
15.
a 15, and you are pretty sure that it's not real, but it's really hard to tell. Like, you're right on the cusp of that.
Mhm.
Real. If it's not real, it's really, really convincing. But that was just a check, so you still have your movement in action.
Okay. Well, as I value my own life, no, not gonna run underneath it or whatever.
We got 5 minutes until the next hour. Should we just play for an additional hour?
We'll be done by then.
I'm working
Probably.
with scheduled tweets, so I'm making sure.
I dig it.
Can I want to use Mage Hand to try to steal something from it, which I really just want to see if it is an object or.
Steal what?
I want to use Mage Hand to see if it is like poke it to see
Oh.
if it's real. I don't have anything. I don't
And
want to steal it.
the mage hand seems to go right through it to no discernible effect.
Okay, but it doesn't like try to attack it.
Nope.
Okay.
It doesn't attack or notice. Tamara?
I think Tamara's gonna say like, let's try one of the other doors.
Okay. So in
And
this
go-
hallway, you've got the door behind you that you just came through. 20 feet on your right, Carol has gone through it. She's run up, opened it, ran in because she saw the magic that didn't work.
And you didn't say anything whenever you went into the other room.
And so 40 feet ahead on your left is the other door.
I think Tamara would maybe try like let's check our other options. So I want to move towards that door.
What's your movement speed? Can you make it to it?
30. So
Okay.
I can at least get close to
Okay.
it, right?
So you'll get your 30 feet closer. You got another 10 feet of movement speed there. And the monster is going to use its movement speed to get 30 feet closer. So instead of being 60 feet away, now it's right next to, like, right between you and that door at this point. All right. But still about 10 feet away from the other door. Okay. All right. We're back to the top. Heath.
Ah, shit.
It's right in front of Tamara, and there's an open door to your right. Now, it seems weird to you that an Eldritch Blast wouldn't have done it.
Yes, I know.
After Heath is Carol. After Carol is Dross.
I try to use my awakened mind feature. I can telepathically speak to any creature I can see within. Is it within 30 feet of me? Yeah. Within 30 feet, the creature must understand one of my languages. I speak Common, Elvish, Goblin, Orc, Abyssal, and Sylvan.
It is a blank slate. It is like it is not even there.
I don't think it's real.
I already said that.
I'm verifying.
I have a better chair for you than that.
I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. All right. So that was action there.
Yeah, I'm also going to move to the door where Carol is and just kind of.
Okay. And you will see the things that she saw. Stone forge, yada yada.
Oh,
right.
lovely.
Carol?
You sure?
Sure,
Trust your
what?
teeth. All right, trust your teeth.
That it's not real?
Yes, and she's going to run up to it and try to hit it then.
I'm fairly sure.
And it's also, you're just wasting those nat 20s.
I know.
And she's also going to get a nat 20 on it. So 10 points of fire damage, 3 points of radiant, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 points of bludgeoning.
And your attacks?
But now I'm right up in its face, so.
Mm-hmm. And your attacks happen as though nothing does. So, Lynn and Tamara?
Let's see, it's between me and the door. Can I go around it?
You try.
Okay, well, Tamara will try to go around it.
You actually walk straight through it. Not
What does
there.
that look like to everybody else?
To everyone else, it looks like Tamara runs for the door as one of these things' feet kind of comes forward, and you see it phase through her.
Son of a lick!
Tamara's a ghost.
No!
So each of you can
I
make
know.
make your investigation with advantage at this point.
13.
So it still looks real to you, but anybody who gets over a 15 is going to notice that it's very clearly an illusion. Like you can get your brain to stop tricking you.
Yes.
Does Tamara need to roll for that too? Or
No,
since
you
she
walk
went
right through
it?
And the thing on its turn just makes its way to the end of the hallway, and then it kind of flickers a little bit and goes right back to where it was, and starts skittering forward again, almost as though it's on a timer. Just
Well, that wasn't fun.
so. You went into the room, or you just?
You were going to the door.
I guess how much movement did I have left if I
Well,
got
we're
to
out of
the door?
initiative, I would bet.
We're out of initiative.
Okay, well, I probably would wait for them to get closer before I open the door.
Okay.
That other room was a forge.
Was there anything interesting in there? Any other doors?
Didn't see any, but I was kind of in a hurry.
Forward shit.
Do we want
There
to
were some weapons, but not as cool as Sir Overkill.
Well, what is?
Needle.
Do we want to try this door?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want me to open it, or you gonna open it?
I'll stand to how about you open it and I'm just gonna be ready
Brave
to do
paladin
something.
will open the door. Now we know who is truly strongest.
Tamara took quite a bit of damage in the last fight that we had, so she's trying to be a little more cautious.
Dross muscles past them and pushes the door open. Meh.
He's part of the big He-Man club.
Kiss from a rose. All right, you go into the room. That's gonna be stuck in my head. Cool, ram you all. You have disadvantage on all your next checks.
Point of order: the three of us didn't do shit. You didn't stop it.
If you got 5 bad people, but 100 people don't stop them, you got 105 bad people.
Baby! It wasn't gonna get me out of it. I'm going all in.
A 5-foot diameter well, enclosed by a 2-foot high wall, 2-foot high like stone rim, is in the center of the room. An iron lever juts up from the floor next to the wall, resting in a position, made that backwards, that actually points toward the door.
Yeah, I thought it was a rose.
That's what started this whole thing, yeah.
Lever that way.
Anybody know any songs about arrows?
Not offhand.
I know one, but it's obscure. Nobody else would get it.
I'm gonna pull the lever with Mage Hand. Let's do a thing.
All right. You pull the lever so it angles away from the door, and you hear the sound of liquid draining.
Something got flushed.
Probably ought to go check the well.
Well.
Anybody looking down the well sees that the liquid level in it is steadily draining down. After a minute, it appears to be empty. Well, empty of liquid.
How far down can we see? Like, can we see the bottom?
It appears to be 30 feet deep, where at 20 feet down, and you start seeing a whole bunch of those kind of robot dog-looking doggy cockroaches things down in the bottom of it, corroded, rusted, not moving.
Okay, I was about to say, like, if they're moving around, that's lubricant then.
Oh, this is where we're supposed to put the other ones.
So, yeah, you see the corroded remains of a bunch of dead little dog-headed cockroaches down in there.
Oh, I hate those things.
Should we go down and take a look as I start pulling out a grappling hook?
Dragon, drop your stone down there. See what happens. It'll come back.
Well, yeah, I'm just like, am I trying to hit one of the dog-headed cockroaches?
I was gonna send Hudson down.
I think that sounds like that makes more
Fine,
sense.
send the bird.
Is Hudson as a bird?
Wait, did Hudson become something else when we
Because
last played?
last we played, he was a spider.
That's true, but it's been a while.
You could
That's
have
true.
changed
So
him since.
I prefer him in bird form, so yeah.
Spider Hudson, Spider Hudson.
So
how's the bird going to go into the 30-foot deep well?
how
You just
how,
gonna yeet
how
him
wide
down
is
there?
it?
5 feet.
Just
It's this wide.
Well, can you change his size or?
That takes time.
Okay.
just to kind of like take him like upside down.
Tamara will
now.
drop her off.
Now remember, when it opens up, open your wings to stop. Yes, I know it's a ludicrous plan, but it's all we've got. You're our eyes on this. You can be the hero.
Want to just lower him down on a rope?
Yeah,
Is
so
he a
hold
raven
on to
or
it
an
with his
owl?
beak.
What?
He's a hawk.
Hawk there.
He's a hawk.
Hudson.
Ah, the Hudson.
Yeah, well, it's also a river.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah. Yes, that is a good idea from the pretty one. It's what he calls you. Don't understand, right? Dros is also the sweaty one.
Because he could just cling on it with his talons and then he wouldn't, hit the bottom.
Fine. Yeah.
Hold up the rope.
So does he grab with his beak and his talons?
Yes.
Is that
I figured he probably didn't want him to take fall damage and probably kill Hudson.
So
I think he's only got one hit point anyway.
gets down there and kind of lights off on the, on the little dead bodies and kind of, hops around a little bit. And sees something down there and kind of darts its head forward and grabs it, and then like, ah! And gets back on the rope.
Okay, I'll pull it back up.
What did you see?
In his beak, there is a simple kind of gold ring that he's got.
Good boy.
You've got the ring.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess an Arcana check to figure out what it is, or an
Go
investigation.
ahead and roll it.
Well, what am I rolling?
Arcana.
Okay. Well, it's the same modifier, so it doesn't matter. 16.
So you certainly recognize it as being magical.
Mhm.
It has all the hallmarks of a magical ring.
Yes.
There's no markings on it to indicate what it does in particular.
All right.
You know that it would require an attunement to really be able to
All right.
dive in.
Although
I believe you have a wand of identify.
No, I have a wand of detect magic
Ah, okay.
and a wand of evocation, which does cone of frost. I do not have a wand of identify.
Have my notes
I-
wrong then.
I put it in my pouch.
All right.
And then, does Hudson? Did he see anything else?
There were down below. There were the kind of the drain holes along the side.
Mm-hmm.
He also noticed that the corrosion seemed to have been caused by the liquid, like the liquid wasn't water.
Oh. He says the water's not water. It's
Why
bad.
I didn't want to drink then?
Did you get anything on your hands from touching and handling the ring, or?
No, it's
No?
I'm still wearing the white gloves from earlier.
Well, you never said you took them off. So.
I only took one off.
no, it's as the liquid drained out, it kind of dries off and it comes off. So whatever was on there, wasn't dangerous or damaging.
You know who'd love this? Sue.
Oh, I miss Sue. How is she doing?
Oh, she's doing well. She's helping Donar with the
You
bakery
should have
while I'm
brought
gone.
her. Get the gang all back together again.
She really didn't want to go.
I'm not
And
surprised.
I needed her there to fill in for me for being gone.
She could have healed you. She could have. Well, I mean, she probably would have been mad at me for not catching him, but it was worth it.
I mean, she did give me like the spells for her ring that she lets me use.
All right. So what are we doing? We have a.
We have a ring. We've got another door.
Yep.
I mean, do we know that there wasn't anything like it's not like there was tunnels or anywhere else to go down?
It was just like a
bottom of a well.
Basically, a room with a well
Yeah.
in it.
No, but I mean, down in the well, there was nothing
Oh
else.
no,
Okay.
the drain holes were this big
Okay.
along the perimeter of it.
I mean, you can have it. I got the last thing from the dungeon, and this crazy sword hasn't stopped talking me since.
All right. I dispel. I dispel Hudson and.
Okay. Outside, you've got a door all the way to your right or left. And a door heading slightly to your right, and then the door you came in the first place.
Well, we've checked if there. Aside from the door we came in the first place, there are 3 doors in this hallway, correct?
Mhm. And you've gone through 2 of them.
Yep. I say we hit the.
Okay. All right. Reach the door. It is a big, big iron door. Who is trying to open it?
That's my job, I guess.
Is it locked?
It is not locked, but I'm looking for order of entry, I guess, is what I'm really going after.
Well, if it's not.
Well, I'm gonna check to see if it's locked. If it's not locked, I'm gonna let Dros go first.
And Dros would gladly go first because it's not locked.
Carol's just happy to be here.
Ain't that the truth?
Tamara will bring up the rear.
Hey, Darren,
Hmm.
why don't you try to get somebody to donate to Extra Life while I draw this map?
Okay. All right. Well, we still have tons of prizes to give away. You can find the full list.
When's our next giveaway?
Oh, that's a good question. Our next giveaway is probably when Extra Life, when Geek Cave Live starts. But let me just go ahead and check our schedule. And yes, that will be when Geek Cave Live starts. That'll be at 9 o'clock Central, 10 Eastern. However, after we wrap this up, we'll be doing an extended bout of What the Dub and Jackbox with the whole Geek Cave crew. And then we'll have Geek Cave Live. And then Lori will take over at midnight Central. And we'll be playing games throughout the night. But during Geek Cave Live, we'll be giving away a bunch of merch, including power bank and hockey pucks with the Geek Cave logo on it. This fancy logo here. We'll also be giving away during Geek Cave Live a Genki Shadowcast, which allows you to connect to a computer with a USB-C port and stream your gameplay. You can become a streamer and live your YouTube dreams or something. Also, a $50 gift card of your choice. So that's a package deal. And so that's going to be coming up as well during Geek Cave Live. If you want to win the Xbox Series S or any of those other prizes I just mentioned, all you have to do is go to geekcavepodcast.com and click on the Extra Life link. If you're watching this video on Facebook or on YouTube, all you have to do is click on the link in the video description. Or if you'd rather, just go to extra-life.org and search for my name, Darren Wright, Justin White, Chad Savage, or again, search for Geek Cave Podcast, and you can donate there. Big, friendly donate buttons. Your donations are tax deductible. 100% of your donations go straight to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And we're each playing for a different hospital, so you can choose the hospital you prefer if you don't want to pick between the three of us.
Thank you very much, Darren.
And now back to the game.
All right. That's the door you'll be coming in.
Okay.
Yep. So if you want to get yourselves kind of where that is. Dro says you come in, 8 lanterns hang from the ceiling in this spacious workshop. That's the little tiny little dots kind of around.
They're not roses.
They are not. Filling the area with light and shadow. All around is marble molding, and columns kind of embellish the stone walls. The far wall, however, this over here, is made of riveted iron plates with an iron door set in the middle of it. And Dros, you can see that there is some kind of copper sign bolted to the door. Can you actually not read?
No, I can read.
Okay.
It's a joke. I can read Common and Dwarvish.
Okay, that in Common reads control room. The room contains 5 stone tables that hold unfinished mechanical constructs, all in various stages of completion. Components and parts are scattered across the tables and the floor, and skidding around in the debris are 3 creatures that look like oversized dog-headed cockroaches made of articulated metal. In addition to the metal constructs, 3 figures in custodial uniforms.
Oh boy.
A halfling, a dragonborn, and a human are crawling around on the floor as though they're looking for something. So let's get there.
Those are the humanoid.
Yep.
Yeah.
These are humanoids who are looking for things, and I said 3 of these, and so they are skittering in such a way.
So those other things, the squares are tables?
The squares are tables, yes.
How high are the tables?
They are 3 feet high. So enough to table. Think what we're at.
With the
Okay.
okay.
Yes, like a workshop table that you can kind of sit at and be working on. All right. So, and once that first little, skitter widget sees you, Dros, it is going to attack. So let's go ahead and roll on for initiative. Where's my boot? Because there are a lot of things now that I got to keep track of. Stupid module having 7 enemies in one room.
Yes, we are playing from Candlekeep Mysteries.
Yep, we're playing from Candlekeep Mysteries. Ding. Not a sponsor. All right, above a 20.
Yeah. I had a 21.
Okay. And then. All right. 15 to 20.
17.
17 with Lynn. And all right. 10 to 15.
13.
10.
Okay. Tamara. And Carol.
Nice one.
Okay, no, you saw it.
I saw it.
Okay.
Okay. So that where does that leave you, Heath?
3.
You should go get the very giant dice and roll it. So maybe it'll be better.
Okay, remember my witness.
Yep, I saw that.
Okay. So Droz, that first skitter widget's going to see you, and it's going to approach almost right away.
Right.
But you are going to go before it does. So go ahead and do what it is that you would like to do.
All right, well, Dross will approach it, and he's been kind of like put off by these things all night, so he's going to immediately rage.
Okay.
So I'm betting that a 13 won't hit.
It will not.
All right, but a 26 will.
It will.
Okay.
Does type of damage matter?
Only if you're using magic.
All right, with the rage little damage bonus, Sir Overkill will connect for 1 hit for 20 points of damage.
Okay. How much? 20 points, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
And he's just gonna bug, and then bring the axe down.
Okay. And it is going to make a great big, crushing, crunching sound. It is not destroyed, but it does make enough noise that all 3 of these dudes are going to notice. And so the Dragonborn is going to get up and go, using half of his movement speed for that. But he's too far away, so he is going to use his breath weapon on you.
Shoot.
So I need you to make a dex save.
Not good at saves right now. And still not.
Still not?
Yeah, that'd be 9.
Okay.
At least while raging, I can take half damage. But
Yep. And so you are going to take lightning damage.
okay.
And so if you're taking half, so you'll take half of 10. So you'll take 5 points of lightning damage as this blue dragonborn kind of lets loose on you. Okay. Lynn, you are up.
I want it to make a dex. What is that?
Which
Wisdom
one? The
saving
bug?
throw.
The bug or the dragonborn?
The dragonborn. Sorry.
Okay. Dragonborn is this guy. A dexterity saving throw?
No, I said a thing. What saving throw? Wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, that's easier. So that would be a 7.
Well, that's not gonna work. So
Go
I
figure.
want to suggest that
Oh, I forgot I had that.
Okay, actually, it was an 11. I rolled the wrong dice, but I'm pretty sure an 11 is still not going to do it.
yeah, you're still not gonna do that. I want to suggest that it should be my guide and answer all my questions.
Doesn't suggestion have to be like a 1 or 2 word thing?
It says a sentence or 2.
Sentence or 2.
That was 1 sentence.
Okay. You want it to be your guide and to do what?
Answer all my questions.
Okay. Well,
Like my friend. Of course, I was like,
it has failed its, it's failed its save, so I guess you've got a couple of sentences worth of free action available to you.
what are you looking for?
We're looking for the Master's Ring.
What does it look like?
Like a ring. It's golden.
What does it do?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyone else got anything they want to ask? I can
Who
ask
is
it.
their master?
Who's the master?
Stonky Knob Topper.
Clearly should have made it me, but I didn't.
Stonky Knot Topper?
Yeah.
Stonky Knot Topper.
Stunky J Knob Topper.
Of
The-
course.
The J is for genius.
Of course.
Can we go see the master?
He is in the control room. And I
Oh.
think we're probably hitting
Probably.
the end of free action stuff.
Okay.
So, all right. That puts the halfling will use half his movement speed. to do that. And he is going to, because Dros is the one that is right there, he is going to throw a couple of darts at you. And so the lower one was a 19.
Nope.
Okay. The higher one's a 26.
Yep.
So, but you are only going to take 6 points of damage from that dart.
Hey, come on.
All right. And would you stand that guy up? Because he's the last one that gets to go. From that, Dragonborn, Lynn, Halfling King. Yep. And he is also going to, you're all standing in line.
Well, because I'm the only one who came into the room right now.
Yeah.
Well,
So
so I was going to ask
what's your AC?
20.
Okay. So he's going to hit you twice.
Look, there's enough of me killing you to go around.
For 13 points of damage as the
Okay.
2 darts.
All right.
what's the
Okay, the
width,
middle one is friend, not food. It's our guide now.
the width of the passage that we were in? It's like there.
5 feet.
So is there room for it to get around like
You
someone?
you
or-
can go. You can move through
You're
through a party space, a party member space. You just can't stop in a party member space.
Okay.
You can go past where friend.
It's like if you tried to move through the bad guy's space, then they get an attack of opportunity
Mhm.
kind of thing. But your party is presumably not going to suddenly stab you in the butt for trying to move past them. But yeah, Tamara,
Then
then Carol.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
figure out how to
Yeah.
attack when I do
Your
that.
turn.
It's your
Oh,
turn.
It is. my
Yeah,
turn.
it's your turn. Tamara, then Carol.
So the die right in front of Dros, which one is that one?
That's
That's a
that's one of the little skitter widgets.
Okay, and that's what attacked them? Or
Well,
no, wait,
I
the
attacked
dragon,
it.
the dragon
This,
attacked
this guy attacked him. This guy attacked him. This guy attacked him.
Okay.
But we're
Skitter
not
widget hasn't
attacking
gotten
the
to go yet.
We're attacking
How far can I move? My movement speed is 30
Then
from
you
where
can
I
move
am.
6
5,
squares.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So either
Don't attack the
Dale,
Dragonborn.
either Dale, who is still under suggestion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
One of the bugs.
or the black die. Is that
The black bug, yeah.
That's the two
Yeah.
that I can get to.
Yep.
Okay, well, I will attack the black die.
Okay.
Okay, will a 14 hit?
14 will not hit the
Okay.
skitter widgets.
Well, it's good that I rolled 2 nat 20s then.
I can confirm.
Wow.
I can confirm she rolled 2 straight nat 20s.
Well,
So I've got
you do what you're going to
so
do.
I've got my 2 crits, and then
Her
I
dice
had
are
one
clearly
other
better
attack
than
that did
yours.
actually hit because well, I assume it will hit. That was a 25 that I rolled.
Yeah, Those
Okay.
will all hit.
And you said damage, like I'm not attacking with magic, so
As long as you're
I mean,
not using.
my sword is magical, but
What kind of magic does it do?
I think you just made it a fiery magic
Okay.
sword.
Then you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Lightning and poison have different effects on it.
Okay.
So pretend you didn't hear that.
Just
If
give
you
me
are
the
planning on casting a spell or doing a spell, just
Just give him the number.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much health it's like. Is it a pretty big? You just want total for
yeah,
the two
just give me the
crits?
total.
56 points of damage.
Well, it's certainly not happy about it.
Is it? I mean, it can't be bloody because it's not alive. But
No,
does it
but
look?
if it could bleed, it would be bloodied.
Oil
It is.
coming out of it.
It can leak.
It is leaking. Carol.
Carol's going to follow Tamara and swing around this way to hit it. 15 hit this thing?
15 does not hit this thing.
18 hit this thing.
18 does hit this
Okay, so he's only going to take 7 points of damage, but I'm going to use my movement to, because I still have a couple of feet left, because Carol's wicked fast, to move behind Peter. So if he wants to use his reaction, you let me know.
Can I impose disadvantage for like if something tries to attack Dros? I guess.
I'm
Yeah.
within that range.
If it like, what about is Carol out of that range, or would she be close
No,
enough?
20 feet
Carol's
away.
still in.
Okay, so I should be able
Because
to.
diagonally, she's just 10
Yeah.
feet
They
away.
just, they just have to be within 15 feet of me.
So yeah, I'm going to pretty much run up, hit it, and then I'm going to move back behind the table
Okay.
so that,
It is not looking good.
Mhm.
It's not looking good. Okay, so that was Carol. So the 3 skitters are going to do. So the one's got disadvantage against Dros.
Yep.
Okay. So we have to re-roll that one. And so it is going to try and bite at you, and it's got kind of a scorpion-like tail almost that kind of erupts out of its carapace on its back to try to stab at you. but it doesn't hit because Tamara has an overpowered ability that is just honestly ridiculous in every single sense of the term. So that is that one. The other one is going to attack on you, Tamara. And so you have a 21. So it's going to miss once with its bite, but it is going to connect with its tail attack. And so you are going to take 2 points of damage from the tail's piercing, and then you're going to take 12 points of lightning damage as it connects with you and just kind of. And if you would move this guy up that direction.
Here?
Yeah. So that it can try and attack Dros, which is going to not hit.
Okay.
So it's bite and attacks because it's within that 15 feet, I'm pretty sure.
These things are real friendly.
Mm-hmm. Heath, you're up.
All right. Darren, would you move Heathcliff to the other side of that table?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to attack the green one.
Okay. Green skitter widget. They have
I
an
assume a
AC.
natural 1 doesn't hit.
Natural 1 does not.
Yeah.
They
What-
have an AC of 18.
Okay, so my next 2 rolls, 22 and 24, will,
Yes, they will.
and it will take a combined damage of 18 from an from 2 Eldritch Blasts.
And you see the force of it just kind of,
Yeah.
you know, as it kind of rattles the mechanisms on its back. And we are back to Dros,
All
who
right.
are up.
I'm gonna wait until Lori
Go
empties
ahead.
that. All right, take a couple more swings at the skitter widget. Oh my gosh, I'm rolling about as bad as the DM is. Both of my rolls are 15, so neither will hit.
Neither will hit the skitter widget. Okay. Dragonborn's going to go. And he is going to attack the.
No, he's our guy.
He's not attacking the party.
Oh.
If he's going to be your guide, then he needs to be your guide, which means that he's got to get you to where you're going to go
Excellent.
safely. So he's going to attack one of the skitter widget in front of.
Nice.
And so he will hit it once for 14 points of damage. All right. And then Lynn, you're up.
All right. Since I have a concentration spell, I can't cast another spell, right?
That's correct.
Another concentration spell.
Yeah. You can't cast another concentration spell. You can
I cast
cast.
like cantrip.
Yeah.
Well. Then.
Behind you.
Roll
Here.
more dice. Okay. I'm gonna sneak around Dros and I'm gonna stab that red thing with booming blade, and then I'm gonna sneak back behind Dros. And
How much movement do you have?
Well, I have 20, 30, don't I?
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna go straight through. Sorry.
I'm just
Dro-
gonna-
He's going through.
Yeah,
Dros,
he just
yeah.
flipped me around. I go 5, 10, stab, 5, 10.
Okay, because of the way the table is and so forth, you will take an attack of opportunity from it. It'll use its reaction for that.
See, I envisioned her jumping over Dros.
Over-
Stab, back over
I
Dros.
just stab around Dros. That's wild, but
It doesn't matter. It's still got disadvantage because you'll be within 15 feet. So it tries to bite up, to get you. But
okay.
it's not going to get you. So.
So 22 to hit, and that's 34 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then back
And then
behind
did you
it.
just say it moved?
No, it just tried to bite.
Tried to
You were
attack
moving
you.
through its space, so it just tried to. But it doesn't matter because it dies.
Are you still getting back behind Gross because it's dead now?
Yeah, because I don't want to get knocked out of my concentration spell by
Okay.
getting hit by somebody else.
Okay. So that's Lynn. So the two there are going to go, and they have just seen their buddy. They've just seen their buddy betray the master.
Hmm.
And that's a miss, and that's an natural 20,
Ooh.
and that's a hit. So I gotta figure out which one of these guys is which. Because those are skitter widgets. Ah, those guys hadn't really taken that. Those guys hadn't taken any damage yet.
Yep.
Huh. Neat. 9, 13. Okay. So BB taking 13 from that. 16. 10 is 26. So he takes 39 points of damage from his buddy there. And then this guy is going to come up here and try to treat him the same because you don't betray the master. And
Not the master.
those two hit, but they just hit regular damage. 8, 24. And so this guy is now quite severely hurt. Doesn't look too good, but he also doesn't look like he's going to keel over soon. He just not quite bloodied. So that is those two. Tamara, you're up. There's a skitter widget in front of you, and there's a bunch of guys ganging up on a dragonborn, a blue dragonborn. You know,
I'm gonna guess that a 15 does not hit the skitter widget.
it does not. 18.
Well, my second attack will hit, and I'm gonna burn a second level spell slot so I can add Divine Smite to kind of make up for my other attack missing.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be 36 points of damage combined for both for the attack and then my Divine Smite on top of it
36, you said, against your
against
guy?
the skitter widget.
The black
Yeah.
skitter widget.
Okay. That's the one that died, so that's the one there. It is beaten up. It's just kind of barely, kind of making jerky motions at this point. It still looks dangerous, but it's not far away from being destroyed. Carol.
All right. Carol's going to go back after that skitter widget, swinging her quarterstaff and unleashing a flurry of blows on it.
Okay.
For 28 points of damage.
Describe how you do it. Had 15 left.
All right. So, yeah, I would have still taken all 3 hits. So she first brings down her quarterstaff just smack into the middle of its body, cracking its carapace there, and then following it up with a punch and a kick straight up at its, at its thorax.
All right. And it is, an obstacle now in the way. That brings us to, okay, so that skitter widget's dead. That skitter widget's dead. So the last skitter widget is still alive, and it's going to attack Heathcliff because that dragonborn just keeps getting in the way. And so, I know a 16 doesn't 18?
It dies.
Okay, so an 18 will get you with its bite, and so, or with its tail, I mean, so you'll take 5 points from the tail, and you will take 14 from its lightning.
Okay.
As it just kind of tries to bite at you, you skate out of the way just in time for the tail to come up and, ow! Mr. Boomsaw! And it's your turn.
All right. What's the AC of red and blue?
Red and blue will be 16.
All right. I'm going to take a pot shot at red. Only hit it with 1 Eldritch Blast for 12 points of damage. That's whatever you missed.
Would you say 12 points?
12 points, yes.
All right, and that force blast knocks into him. And so, Dros, you are back.
All right, rolled a 21 and a 22 aiming at the red guy. So throwing Sir Overkill. Total is 35 points of damage.
Y'all didn't come to play. Y'all came to kill things.
That's what we do.
I have 2 speeds: kill and sleep.
Okay. The Dragonborn does not recharge. And he is going to advance on the skitter widget and is going to finish it out. I believe. No, it's not, because it's not hurt too bad. But he's going to hurt it some. 8, 15 plus 8 is 23. 23 points of damage. All right. And so we are on to Lynn.
13 isn't a hit, right?
It is not.
Then I try to stab the blue one and don't achieve stabbing it because I was trying to stab it between Tamra and the table, and that was clearly too complicated, and that didn't work. So I'm gonna go back to my spot.
All right. You go up. You try to stab, and it kind of sees you over her shoulder and dances out of the way a little bit. So we are now to those two guys. And blue guy is going to go after you specifically, Tamra. And he is going to hit you twice.
With a sword, or how does blue guy attack?
They've got those great big clubs. You know,
So just normal bludgeoning
Mhm.
damage.
Mm-hmm. So that is for 79 plus 8, 17 points of damage from him. That human is going to, the red is going to go up, and he's going to backstab his former buddy because reasons, and he is going to successfully kill him as he takes that club and just full right on the back of his head and ends him. All right, so that's him out of there. And so we are to Tamra, then Carol.
Okay, and the skitter widget is barely hanging on, but it takes an 18 in order to hit it.
The skitter widget in front of you is dead.
Oh,
It just
okay.
wasn't removed.
Oh.
Carol cracked and broke it.
Oh, good. Then blue, will a 17 hit blue?
Yeah.
Okay. Then one of my attacks will hit. Dang it! I didn't bother to roll damage because I didn't think I was going to do any.
Yep.
3. I get to reroll damage on once. That
All
works. Hey, that works better. 12.
Math, the game.
We are rolling the math rocks.
And I will go ahead and burn another spell slot. A first level one this time. 4, 7. Okay. 28 points of damage for one successful attack plus a first level spell slot of Divine Smite.
He takes it. He's not happy about it, but he takes it. Carol, you're up.
Carol's gonna keep moving with Tamara because that seems to be doing well for her.
Mhm.
So gonna go after the same guy, and she is going to whack him once with her quarterstaff, and I need him to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wow. Even with a +6, he got a 7.
Okay, then he is now stunned, and attack rolls from this point on will have advantage, so I'll be able to re-roll that one that I missed. Because I'm also coming at him with flurry of blows. So he will take a combined total of, I gotta add 6 more, 35 points from 2 flurry of blows and the stunned hit. If he's still alive,
He's still alive.
everybody, he is stunned, so attack rolls against him will have advantage. And he has no actions and reactions, Chad.
Okay. All right then.
He's messed up.
And that last skitter widget's still alive, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Heathcliff,
Yes.
I rolled double 1s. That doesn't mean that I rolled an 11. I rolled 2 natural 1s. Dice.
Heathcliff Hey!
How are you?
Oh, with his cloak.
And it's your
karma
turn.
for all the
And I need
bad
Red to
rolls
make a
that I've
wisdom
had
saving
over the
throw.
last several times.
Red makes a wisdom saving throw. All right. With his +1, he got a 2.
Well, that's not going to do it, unfortunately.
No shit. I rolled 3 natural ones in a row. 3.
Isn't that the DM's job?
That's
What is the friggin' odds of that?
It's very
Somebody do the math.
unlikely.
So
I'm gonna start using the extra life dice.
There you go.
So Red is going to take 15 points of necrotic damage
Right.
as I cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's all I get to do.
If anyone donates in the next half hour, we'll give you that die that Chad just chucked across the room.
You know what? At this
Presuming
point-
we can find it.
Oh, it's right there.
Why
Okay.
would you want it though? You really should have sold the
It's
dice.
a part of the show.
I
It's part of
guess
the
that's
show.
true.
I'm gonna all new dice, and then I'm going to like take one of these, traders. I'm going to melt it in front of those new dice. Show them what happens. All right. So Heath is gone. We're at the top of the order. Dros, it's you. The blue is not moving,
Right.
and red is, got a little those kind of black.
Between Red and the Skitter, whatever,
Skitter widget?
which looks worse?
They both look like they've just become bloodied, but the Skitter widget is not as hardy as the
All
as the
right.
human.
Well, I guess I'll keep working on Mr. Red. One's a nat 20, and the other is a 23. So I'm assuming both will hit.
Oh yeah.
So let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Gotta do some quick math here. Total of 64 points of damage as he just goes to town with Sir Overkill.
Okay. He ain't looking too happy about his circumstances
You shouldn't.
at this particular moment in time.
He's still scared.
Yikes, a bundle. Well, Lynn, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I'm mad because I wasted a good spell on that guy that the red guy killed. So I'm gonna go red guy. 26 to hit is 42 points of piercing damage with booming blade on top.
Well, booming blade's not really going to be necessary.
That's fine. I wanted to use it anyway. It looks cool when I do it.
Well, thunderous clap as I guess he uses his movement to fall down dead. His dead body takes an extra bruise. As you sneak around Dros and use that
Stabby
to
stab.
your advantage.
Are you staying put or are you going back on the doors?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. I probably got 10 feet left.
You can probably get behind Tamara. You go diagonal.
Yeah. I'm at least gonna
There you
go
go.
in here somewhere. Oops. I'm gonna knock everybody over if I'm gonna do
Mhm.
that.
The halfling
Yeah,
can't
so
do
you have
anything
no
because he is
action
still
free.
stunned. So that means that we're on to the human who's dead. I better take him off of that list. And so we're at Tamara. Tamara, then Carol.
Okay.
There's one guy left. He can't do nothing, so
And
you
a
got
skitter-
advantage on hitting
skitter
him.
widget.
Oh, well,
And a
so the
skitter
skitter
widget.
widget here, but the one that I'm closer to is blue, but that's
Yeah.
the one that can't do anything.
Yeah,
Can't do
he's
it.
a
To the end
halfling.
of my turn.
Is the skitter widget still pretty healthy or
No.
no?
It's bloodied.
Who-
Well, the equivalent.
I
of
guess the
Just
equivalent
F 'em
of who looks worse, the guy that can't move or the skitter widget?
They both look on just this side of bloodied.
Okay, I'll go after the skitter widget since it can still attack. I rolled a nat 20.
Move her the one over because that's going to influence her ability to protect Carol, if
Yeah.
that's the thing. So go ahead.
So crit, and then I rolled a 24 and a dirty 20. So combined damage 56 points.
And you will destroy that.
All right.
You going to use any of your movement or anything else? You only
Good.
used 5 feet of it.
I'll move back close enough to where I can still like offer protection to both Carol and Lynn
All right.
to be within 15 feet of either of them.
Rep, Carol.
What I would like to do is
If I may.
I would like to pull the club out of his hand and then use my attack to kind of shove him to knock him prone, since he's not able to attack at the moment, in
Okay.
case we need to ask him anything.
So he can't act or react. So I mean, he can't
fails,
even grapple.
He fails strength and dex saving throws.
Well, then
and-
you're gonna
Okay.
take it from him.
All right, I'm just gonna grab
he's
the
gonna-
thing and just chuck it
But I'm
across.
gonna
the
have you
room.
make an attack to
Yeah.
knock him down
Mhm.
because he's still wearing
Ah.
wearing stuff.
Oh, it's a good thing I have.
I got
Okay. And a shove attack. That's strength, correct?
Yeah.
All right. 15 to knock him prone.
Okay. All right.
Do my
He
dice.
falls down.
Okay. At the end of my turn, he's got his reaction. He is no longer stunned, but he'll be prone now.
Go ahead and knock him down. Heathcliff, it's your turn. There is one guy left. You'll have disadvantage to range him.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, because he's laying prone. If you have a ranged attack, it's
Oh.
a disadvantage.
Well, I'm going to move.
Well, keep in mind, Carol wanted to maybe talk to him.
No,
Well,
I know.
Not if we wanted to talk to
Yeah.
him, since our other dude that she wanted to talk to is now dead.
Well, he wasn't.
My
He
hand
was
can,
helpful.
okay.
but
Is it still, at this point, is it still a ranged attack?
If
If
you're
I'm
casting a
almost-
spell
Yes.
that has a range, then it's a ranged attack, even if you're right up next to him.
Okay, either way. As a free action, my hand catches fire and go, should I set him on fire?
Do you want to ask him anything?
I don't care. I just want to know if I'm killing him or not.
I always vote for fire.
Okay. I cast Firebolt at him,
Okay.
and he's going to take 20 points of fire damage.
He starts burning. He's not dying, but he's
Yeah,
burning.
he's on fire, yes.
Dros, then Lynn.
Hey, buddy, you want to talk? You know, bad cop, good cop.
My friend here gets testy when he starts setting people on fire. You want to maybe talk to
He
me
just kind of
instead?
groans and
As Sir Overkill waggles behind him.
Okay. Well, then, Joe's gonna swing. Well, it's a ranged attack, so it had to be disadvantage.
no. Oh, if you're throwing Sir Overkill, it's a ranged
Yeah,
attack.
because I can't reach him. Well, I mean, I'd be there.
And that's- yeah.
close enough.
Yeah.
All right.
And so you have advantage if you're attacking him while he's on the ground.
Well, the first roll was a natural 20.
Okay.
So, and the second one was a nat 20.
Oh my god.
You saw it.
You're gonna
I did.
squish this
you
guy.
gotta get those dice.
So, all right, I'll just do some math here.
Clickety clackety, time to attackety.
So he has 29 hit points.
Yeah, okay, so he's dead. Because without adding anything, just from the crits, it would have been, like 50 something. So,
Okay, so we're out of initiative.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
everyone's dead.
Sir
Tamara's
Overkill is like
gonna use
embedded
one-
in this guy.
Tamara's gonna use lay on of hands again on herself.
I touch myself.
Even though it's an action, since I was still damaged from the last one, can I use my wholeness of body to go ahead and heal from? Okay. I didn't know if I could do that outside.
Just rub
initiative.
some dirt on it.
Do the people have anything interesting?
On them?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Hey, Heath,
Yes.
I think they said something about a ring.
Yes, I heard.
Okay. You think they're talking about that one?
It's very possible, yes.
How'd it get in the well then?
I have no idea.
Well, they wouldn't tell us much about their master except it's
Keep it.
I intend to, yes. Until I know more about whatever his name was. Honestly, I wasn't listening.
Yeah. something jingle hopper. I don't know.
That was more for there because we were just in a really long battle.
Oh,
Is the control room locked?
It is.
Okay. Is it trapped?
Roll me an investigation to find out.
Actually, I have a roll for traps somewhere. 20.
It does not appear to be trapped.
Okay. Everybody ready to go?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Gather behind you.
All right. 15. Unlock the lock.
You're just gonna gesture for Dros, like after you unlock it.
I mean, yeah.
Click, click,
you,
click,
know,
click.
you know the drill by now, clearly.
Bouncing Sir Overkill on his shoulder,
Ah.
noodly eyes, you know.
I haven't had fun like this in quite some time.
Proceeds into the door.
Okay.
What have you been doing while we've been checking out the library?
Recruitment, shopping at her bakery thing. Really, putting a chapter of the Red Range right next to a Donar Delicacies increases recruitment tenfold. You would not believe. We do a free dozen donuts for every, merc that you bring in. So really, business is good. She's got like these reward cards, right? They're little punch cards. She just uses her nail and just.
I was thinking the number of people you punch gets you for
Oh, see, that's a good idea. No, that's what the Red Rings do. For Donars, it's a punch card, and every fifth, hole that they poke, you get like a coffee. For the Red Rings, every fifth person you punch, you get a new Indian bird. So really, everyone wins.
Wow.
Oh, man.
No, I know what you mean. I don't think it's called that anymore. But
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Dros is not sensitive.
Yeah.
The door swings open into the room you're in. The chamber contains an iron safe, roughly 5 feet on a side, and a low metal console with a slanted top. The safe's thick door stands open on its iron hinges. The console, which is securely bolted to the floor, has a countdown timer and a blinking red button built into it. Suspended above the console are 4 wireframe windows, each displaying a projected image of that first room that you were in and a couple of other rooms.
What's the time on the clock?
The time on the clock is 20 minutes.
And counting?
Down.
Yeah.
Too bad it's not just flashing 12.
There is a gnome, another little rock gnome that is in there who is fiddling with dials and so forth on that. And he looks up and goes, and roll for initiative.
This isn't the same one as earlier, though, right?
No, this is not Cornelius. This is a different one. Okay. All right, above a 20. Anyone? Carol swinging for the fences. All right, 15 to 20.
I don't know.
I was just curious what that's called now.
15 to 20. Okay, that's
So I don't use the wrong terminology.
10 to 15.
11.
Ooh. 5 to 10.
8.
6.
9.
That's all of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Well, Carol, you get to go first. You see him basically go, huh! And he kind of raises his hand, and you see a bit of a shimmer around his body that then dissipates.
Whoa. What's going on and what is this?
What is this? What is like you'll understand it? Like you'll understand any of this?
Okay. Is it gonna hurt the library?
Hurt the library? Who wants to hurt the library? I'm saving the library.
He's crazy.
What did say? I'm afraid I don't get it. But why don't we just do, we got, I see the clock, we got some time, let's just figure this out.
He is not going to attack. He was going next, so he's gonna.
Like any of you would understand.
Well-
Nobody will understand.
I might. I love books. What are we saving the books from?
From the infidels. The stupid ones. The idiots.
You realize that encompasses a lot of the world.
It
right?
encompasses you.
So are you?
Oh, you've. I was trying to be friendly, but you're just a prick. I see. Okay.
So are you saving the books by blowing them up?
No.
So what does the ticking thing over there do?
We're going to take them with us
Where?
Oh, where are we going?
into the heavens.
So
He's
you're gonna,
crazy.
yeah. So you're
Yes.
planning on blowing them up.
No.
This is a
I'm
rocket.
planning to take the books with us. Let me speak slower. Louder isn't working.
Ooh, my Arcana check failed.
We are going to take the books
What?
Powers a rocket.
with us into the heavens.
Like a rocket.
We know
You
what
have
it is.
one non-idiot.
Would we know what a rocket is?
Oh sure.
Fantasy rocket.
Ancient arcane, stuff.
We had an airplane in a previous episode. Or it wasn't
True,
called
but
that,
it's-
but it might have well been.
Can we stop it so that the people who don't want to go with you can get away?
Anyone here wants to go.
Well,
I just-
everybody else is dead
Why?
because they tried to kill us.
Some of
Why
them
did-
killed each other though.
Yes, that's true. Some of them did kill each other.
It was very disturbing.
So really,
I have no
you
time
are
for
the
this.
only one that wants to go.
I have no time for any of this. If you all are not here to take the books back, then I'm going to take them with me to the heavens, and you all can do whatever it is that you wish.
Oh no!
Just go ahead and lay yourselves down beneath those cylinders. I promise it won't hurt a bit. You don't know what it's about anyway, and I'm going to go up to my control room and go.
well, we are here to take the books back, and then you can carry on.
Why? You don't understand them.
I do understand them. I can read anything.
Well, just because you can read things doesn't mean you understand them. The skitter widgets know that you're a bad guy, but they don't actually understand what any of that means.
I'm not actually a bad guy. People think I am just because I'm kind of obnoxious. Yes, I know I am. Shut up.
Well,
But I'm not.
Well, what I know is that you're here apparently trying to stop me.
Yes,
Well, and I don't
See?
want you to.
that's the first smart thing you've said.
So the whole,
It's the first smart thing you've heard listening to me.
Just this building or all the buildings?
It's just the tower.
Oh, just the tower.
Just the barn
Okay.
door.
Were you friends with like a really old dwarf? Like I don't
Cornelius.
No,
No.
no,
No,
not
no,
one of
no,
him.
the
one
custodian.
That, the one
This is
that
a
died.
gnome
No, the
racist.
custodian.
No. I got confused. That was
Yeah.
Justin Bean. Yes.
The
Sorry.
dwarf that died giving us the book. I want to describe him and see if this dude knows him.
Buron? Buron's dead.
Yeah, he
Yes,
tried
we
to
did
give
do
me-
it.
Did
No,
you kill
no,
Buron?
no.
No.
He died
He
in.
was old. He had nothing.
He tried to give us the
We
book.
promised him knowledge. We promised him
We
the
didn't
heavens.
kill him. He brought us a book
And
and
he
then died. Not
Why
by
is
our
it-
hand.
Why is it that it seems that everyone that you come into contact with ends up then dead?
Because that's just the way it works,
And that's
mate.
not true. We were at the library earlier, and all of those people besides
Boron.
Boron are still alive.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been here for days and haven't killed anybody until
What?
just recently.
What's above though? Because we went down and we haven't gone up yet, and I'm afraid we don't have time now. So please tell me. Do
I don't think you'll understand. So just
Oh, good lord.
Look, if the guy just wants to leave.
we care? I mean, he's just gonna take
Well,
When
me.
the
what-
barn door takes off, though, isn't it gonna?
Well,
Cause
just-
damage?
Yeah,
maybe
would
we
that
can
hurt
get
anybody
out
else?
before, or
But with like we don't know what this like what is there a bunch of buildings really
I
close
say we
to the barn
stop
door?
him and then discuss.
look, he's
the
being an asshole.
ramifications.
We either kill him.
Exactly.
Either
See,
kill him or
Gross
let him
gets
leave.
it.
Well, can we prevent the rocket going off at this point is what I was trying to figure out.
you no.
Do I
Is there
think?
like a big red stop button?
Do I think he
Is
knows
there
how
a
to
big
make
red
a
button?
rocket?
Yes, you can see colors. Well done.
I say we kill him. Guy's an asshole.
Do we think he knows how to build a rocket that won't blow up everything in this place? Or,
Well, he certainly thinks he is.
Give an insight check.
I mean, he thinks he. I'm sure that he does, but I mean, I don't know anything about rockets. Ooh, a 4. That'll be good.
He
I might have some numbers to go with that, but probably not.
Probably not enough.
Not enough numbers.
He-
Nope. That's
he's
a 7.
speaking super confidently. You know,
Yeah.
look, I'm going to go up. I'm going to fly this ship into the heavens. You all are welcome to come with us. We accept all true believers and those who desire knowledge of all types. And then
And you really have no idea why Boron would have. Did he? Do you think he wanted us to go with you guys? Is that why he brought us?
I haven't the foggiest. No books are supposed to leave here once they get here. You bring the books. We store the books. And then in
But are you stealing the books?
18 minutes,
did you steal
we will
these?
take the books
Okay.
with us.
Once you get up, what? How do you stay up? What's the plan once the rocket launches into space?
Well, the rocket utilizes arcane. Why am I trying to explain this to you simpletons?
Tamara's kind of
Have anything
conflicted
better
because
to
she's
do
not
for
really
18
sure what
minutes?
to
All
do
right. Well,
here.
I want him to make a wisdom saving throw. Dross is going to use intimidating presence.
Okay. Well, he's not going to do well.
Got to beat a 14.
He does not.
All right. So Dross is just going to get right up in his face. Stop talking to us like we're children. Sit down and either shut the fuck up or tell us what we want to know.
Couldn't you tell him to stop?
Which I think is included in what we want to know.
Yeah.
You can't stop the rocket.
Since you failed, you'll be frightened of me.
No, he's
Yeah.
he's certainly frightened of you. Look, I can't take credit for building the ship, but I did make it work.
Who built the ship?
Heaven knows.
How do you get it to unwork?
You can't.
You're trying to take something that you didn't build, that you don't know who built, somewhere you don't know where you're going, and you call us the stupid ones.
Once that countdown hits 0,
What do you need the ring for?
it's mine. Haven't you ever lost anything that you wanted back?
Does it do anything?
Of course it does.
What does it do?
It's none of your damn business.
I-
Dross holds the axe up to his neck. Answer the question.
It controls the skittle widgets.
No, that would be useful.
Well, that would have been nice to know.
Not like you could have done it.
Okay, well,
It
there's
takes a
clearly
solid hour to attune to it.
there's clearly no challenges or interesting treasure in here, so we could just leave.
Tamara wants to pray to Lyra for guidance because she's not quite sure what the right thing to do here is.
I say let the crazy idiot take off. We get out of here and get away from the blast zone. Either that or I embed this axe in his head and then we get out of the blast
What
zone.
if the blast zone encompasses the library proper?
Do you know how to turn off the rocket?
No, but I think he does. He's just not telling us.
Is there anything I can roll for that, or
Roll to talk to.
like she wants to make sure nobody gets hurt? She just doesn't know that murdering this.
Roll,
guy is
roll
the
your
right thing.
wisdom.
Roll to entangle this guy's bullshit.
Wisdom, so 12.
You are reminded that all life is sacred.
Mhm.
Oh, way to go, Lyra.
You know,
Well, right, and just she's not sure if letting him take off is if there's any danger to like the rest of the town or anything. But we also don't really know how to stop the rocket.
Look, if we stand here talking,
What
we're
do we
going to run out
see?
of time to get
What do
away
we
from
see
it.
in these other projected images?
So one of them shows the room that has the rocket tails coming down. You see the little skitter widgets, the 3 of them or 4 of them that are still in there, still kind of rotating around. Then you see the main floor, that first floor that you came into, all broken up and with some dead bodies there. The next floor up, you see it's another 30-foot diameter room. You see 4 humanoid creatures sitting in chairs. There's 4 pillars in a square, and between the pillars there are 2 chairs apiece.
Mm-hmm.
And you see 4 of those are taken up by by 4 people who are sitting there just fairly calm.
So it looks
You know,
like
they're not-
they're ready for, like, they're just waiting
He's
for the
got
rocket to
accomplices,
take
yeah.
off.
Mhm.
He's got
And then the
accomplices.
top floor is kind of an observatory room. So it's, telescope and retractable roof kind of thing. And there doesn't seem to be anything in there. There's a, big old ship's wheel kind of thing and a couple of levers.
Sounds like this guy just wants to go meet his ancestors.
We're in initiative, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does
But
Lee,
since
does
everyone was
Lee
kind of
think that he's evil?
It's weirdly conflicted. Like it's wanting to point the evil back to the room that you were in, but at the same time, it kind of wants to stab this guy too. It's like,
Related.
there's great to evil back there. Kill this when it be done.
So there's still evil in the room we came from, that we're, like, all the
Well, there's the 4 skitter widgets that are
Oh.
still in that one room. So it's
The-
like,
okay, not the one we were
Oh,
just
the
in.
bugs are more evil than this
Mm.
dude.
He's just nuts.
I might be able to stop this.
I'd love to hear it.
We got to, well, go.
Pilgrim.
The
What?
sword,
sorry, he sounded like John.
I want
The
to hear
sword.
it, Pilgrim.
the sword says the bugs are worse than this guy. So could you stop that bug things?
Well, clearly we've been able to stop the bug things. I mean, I might be able to stop the countdown and stop the thing from taking off.
Well, I thought you had this widget controller.
I do, but it takes an hour to attune to it, so.
Oh. Missed that memo somewhere.
Yes.
I did not read the fine print.
So are we done? Are you going to leave so I can?
No, we're not going to leave. We're going to stop the countdown. We're going to stop this thing from taking off.
Sure.
We're going to have, yes.
Very well.
And when it gets to my turn in initiative.
Well, we're kind of in a freeform initiative. So
Go.
if you've
You
got
know
an
what we're
action,
gonna
you
do.
go ahead and do an action.
Just do the thing.
All right, I pull out the Ring of Wish.
Okay.
And I cast Wish.
Okay.
And I wish to stop this thing from going anywhere. I want the engines to just
Turn off.
turn off.
Safely turn off.
Safely turn off, yes.
Okay. You hear the powering down and the things stop vibrating and
Mhm.
moving. The countdown still goes, but you can tell that the wish has happened and
Well, why didn't you lead with that?
Because I thought that.
I'm saving it.
I was saving it. I was hoping there was a button we could push. Clearly not.
you wasted a wish on a pull of a lever
See, there was a lever.
and you called me an idiot.
When am I ever going to get to play this character again?
Who knows? Extra Life is happening next year.
This is true. I tried to give Lynn the Ring of Wish to destroy Grandpapa, and she wouldn't do it, so I took it back. I figured, why the hell not? I'll use it now. Because I thought it was dramatic, okay?
Well, Dross already asked him if there was a way to stop it after he intimidated him, and he didn't say that there was.
He didn't say that there wasn't. He just said that he
Oh,
thought that you were
son.
too stupid.
Can
to
I
do it.
take an extra turn and kill him, please?
You can try.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, I need him. I need him to make a Constitution saving throw.
Let's see. A 9 plus what? Well, that's a 9 plus 0, so I guess that's a 9.
It's a 9. He fails. I cast Finger of Death. He takes 73 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. All right. Give me a minute.
Remind me not to anger Sparkle Fingers.
I don't like being called stupid. I'm a very well-learned individual. Crazy people think they're smarter than I am because they're cuckoo bananas.
I don't like it either. That's why I carry the axe.
Okay.
Fair enough.
In the initiative, let's see. Heath went. So, Tamara, Lynn, Carol.
I guess what happened after Heath cast that.
Well, he
on
didn't die.
He doesn't die. You see like those black tendrils almost erupt out of the ground and envelop and encircle him and kind of crush in on him. You see him just hear him scream in pain as his body kind of racks out.
I'm sorry. What was that?
And as he is deeply bloodied, he is he is bleeding from the eyes and the ears. He is.
Ugh.
You're gonna get a freaking head squished in.
I wasn't expecting that. Ugh.
You were trying.
You cast a spell called
Finger
Finger
of
of Death.
No, I wasn't expecting the gruesome thing. I thought he would just fall over dead.
Expect the Grim Reaper to just be like, "Come here."
When he doesn't fall over dead, when he dies, he becomes your zombie buddy and follows you forever. Had you not read the spell?
Maybe I hadn't.
Spider fingers. I don't want that guy following us.
Well, clearly he's not killed by the spell, so it's not going to happen.
All right, Tamara.
Tamara's really conflicted on I don't know what the right thing to do here is.
I think the right thing now is to put him out of his misery.
Because she was kind of disturbed by Heath casting that on him whenever he wasn't trying to attack us.
He was attacking us verbally.
It's up to you.
You need to not really care that much about what other people say.
There's nothing else in there.
I'm
other than
sorry.
the one
Have
guy,
you
right?
met Dros?
Yeah, there's just the one guy.
Okay,
You
well,
met me.
yeah, it's not my turn.
I think Tamara's just gonna hold her turn.
Okay.
She's prepared to attack him if it seems like he starts to attack us, but doesn't feel like she should attack him at this point.
Well, Lynn, it's your turn then.
The sword is sure that there's more evil the other way, so I'm gonna start heading this way.
Okay.
Oh, sure. I'm the bad guy now.
Torso.
You don't read one spell properly, and look what happens.
Carol.
I didn't say anything to you. There's more evil this way.
Carol's kind of looking between the three of you, like, boys. And she's gonna go up to the guy and kind of, grapple him to kind of pull him away from the controls in case he can turn it back on.
Okay.
So I guess that would be a strength contest.
Yeah, he'll have disadvantage because, well, he's a gnome.
So that's
So he rolled a
17.
5.
Okay, so I'm going to just kind of grab him by the arm and start and use. I can use half my movement speed because I'm dragging him away from the console.
Are you gonna tie him up or anything?
I'm just going to pull him for right now. He doesn't really seem like he's much of. He doesn't really look like much of a threat to her after he's bleeding from all of his orifices.
I was trying to help.
And he's not fighting right now. So she'll get him 25 feet away since her movement speed is so.
The room's not that big. It's like
Okay, so she'll
15 by
get him out.
15.
She'll get him out of the room then, so he can't start fiddling with things again.
Okay. You need to make where is it again? You need to make a charisma saving throw.
I do?
Yes, you do.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Okay,
Plus-
you
Plus 9.
plus my charisma modifier.
It
which
doesn't
is
matter.
great.
You got an act 20, so.
Well, nat 20 doesn't necessarily mean
Okay,
you
well.
win, but
Yeah.
it does in this case. And so you see him kind of as he's, but the spell fizzles as it goes.
But he is still attacking you now.
That's true.
Dros then Heath.
Well, Dros is going to use that as justification
I
because he did try to attack Heath.
Mhm.
So Dros rolled a natural 20.
Mhm.
Just
Just
one.
describe it.
Yeah,
It
well-
doesn't matter. He's got like 9 hit points.
Oh, Dros is just going to walk over with the blunt end of Sir Overkill with the googly eyes facing him.
And you see his eyes kind of glass over and
Yeah.
he becomes dead weight in your hands, Carol.
I'm guessing that was to kill, right?
Yes.
And you said that you wished for the engines to stop, right?
Safely.
Stop.
Okay.
She's
Nice
gonna just
qualifier, yeah.
lay him down on a table.
Yes, I wish for the engines to stop safely.
Okay. They did. You got a dead gnome in front of you.
We should go tell somebody in charge and then maybe leave.
Yeah,
The
you
I
evil
first.
think
is
he
this
was.
way.
I think he was the one in charge.
No. Somebody in charge of the greater library.
You first.
Just gonna close this door so that no one else up there wants to
Yes.
wants to start this thing up.
Okay.
Another great adventure by the Beatles. And Heathcliff just walks to the door. No.
Okay. So you get out of there. You're in the big hallway.
Dros isn't
There's,
conflicted at all.
there's, great big old silverfish,
Yeah.
illusion. there are 4 skitter widgets in the rocket room. And they're still skittering around. How are you going in? Are you planning to fight them, or are you planning to?
You have the ring that should allow you to control.
No, it
Takes
takes
an hour
an
before
hour
you
to
can
attune it.
attune to it.
Granted, you got the time.
Well, you got
now.
time now.
Apparently, I got the time.
But then those other dudes might come down and say, we were supposed to take off like 40 minutes ago.
Billy, no.
Well, the sword is really interested in stopping the evil,
And those things are evil.
and those things are evil.
Sounds like a plan.
I would like one of them to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Will a 13 do anything?
No.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
It is restrained and it begins to turn to stone.
Okay.
And let me guess, because it's a mechanical object, nobody's going to get upset by this.
Hey, I wasn't upset.
If it fails 3 times, it is stone.
Sure, stone.
Okay. So we will say that for at least right now, it is slowed.
Look, I always choose violence. So
Yes, this is true.
Well, why don't we just go ahead and use the initiative we were on?
All right.
If nobody has a problem, and I'll just throw the skitter widgets where
Okay.
Stonky was.
Stonky. No one got
So-
half the time.
After Lynn was Carol, and after Carol is Dros.
And just to clarify, because we pretty much could see everything in the control room for all the different, all the different rooms for.
You could see the 4 levels of the tower.
Okay, and
So
this,
you can see the rocket room, you can see the main floor, you can see the second floor, which had the 4 people in it, and the top floor, which looked like an observatory.
as far as anything that, like any creatures, all that we saw in the monitors was the skitter widgets in this room, and then the 4 humans,
4 humanoids. Yeah.
humanoids. Okay.
Okay, and so nobody asked me. I know that I cannot cast a 6th level transmutation spell, but the crazy sword can.
Yeah.
Just wanna be.
That is a real thing.
All right. Seeing as how we seem to be in a hurry to get out of here, Carol's gonna run up to one of the skitter widgets. Seeing you cast at the one, she'll probably try a different one. Because I'm not sure what your magic is trying to do, but your magic sometimes makes things, makes things friendly. So she's gonna go to a different skitter widget and unleash flurry of blows and a couple of strikes against it for 43 points of damage if it still has the AC of 18.
It does, and it didn't have the hit points of the other one, so it's quite dead.
Oh, okay.
So there are 2.5 skitter widgets now. I guess I need to make a couple of. It fails, so it is now immobile. It's not stone, but it's immobile.
Okay.
Now going back to
Yeah, just
redrawing it really quick.
Those pillars, are they like
this is the rockets,
the
and
rock?
so
Yeah.
they are about this far off the ground.
Okay.
But they're cold. They're
cold.
They're hot, but they're not getting hot.
They're not
Okay, that's what I was. Yeah.
They're not active.
That way you just kind of have an idea on things. Skitter widgets were just kind of.
They're right there next to red.
Yeah.
If you're looking for your other ones.
Red. 2, 3. Did I have another D10 on here?
You did, but if I just smashed one, there's no reason to really put them on there.
Good call. This one here, red here,
Mhm.
he's the one turning into stone. So he's not moving. So wherever all y'all are, Dros, you're up.
Carol's.
Oh wait, no. I got 2 of those that aren't turned to stone that get to attack.
Its turn, it gets to try. Oh, you already did the same thing.
Yep, I did a save and it failed. So red hair is Carol.
Mhm.
Carol, you're gonna get hit.
Yep.
You get hit with its bite attack.
Is that even with me being able to impose disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that one is going to do 11 in
Okay.
the bite. And then you're going to take 14 lightning. As that one. And then the other one missed its attacks. Green didn't get around and missed. So we are on to Droth, then Heath.
All right. The blue one. What are their ACs?
They're 18.
Okay. Well, first attack hits, second one misses. Total is 16 points of damage as he goes after the blue one.
Okay. And it is pretty severely broken. These don't seem to be quite so hardy as the other ones. Probably because they've been blasted by
a
a
few times.
rocket test. So, Heath, you're up.
What's its AC?
18.
All right, only one of my things is gonna hit it. 7 points of force damage.
Against the same one that Dross hit or a different one?
Same one Dross hit, yes.
Okay. You said 7?
7, yes.
Alrighty. All right. Tamara, then Lynn.
Okay, Tabor's first attack will miss because it has to be an 18, right? Second attack will hit, and then I'll burn another first level spell slot to do a little more damage with Divine Smite for 27 points of damage.
The black one, the green one, or the red one?
I think she'd probably be going after this one because
Black
it's
one.
the closest.
So how many did you say?
27 points total.
7. So that's going to kill it because that equals 50. So let's. That's gone.
Okay.
Lynn, you're up. The red one is slowly turning into stone, and the green one is fine.
Leaf is so excited about the stone success that she gets too excited and kind of yanks the sword crooked, and I miss the attack on the green one.
Okay. Carol?
All right. Sorry, I'm mathing. Have a second. Okay,
All right.
that one will miss. And that one will miss. So she's only going to make it with one of the quarterstaff hits. None of her other attacks are going to hit for 13 points of damage.
Okay. And it failed its last save, so this
Right,
guy is
stone.
now a stone statue of a skitter widget.
So we probably don't have to do anything to that one.
No.
So, and otherwise, Dross, it is you,
All right.
then Heath, then Tamara.
Dro's got a nat 20, and his second attack was a 19. So 61 points of damage.
You go.
Not even bother rolling my damage.
You can go smash the statue if you want.
That just seems cruel.
You have effectively destroyed those. The sword is now going, this is boring! It's boring! Find something else! Let us drink of the blood of the evil!
Hey, calm down. You made me miss the last one.
What? How dare you!
Are you going to try to ask it if there's any more evil here?
If there was more evil, it would have said. It wouldn't have said it was boring here. So no. I'm just gonna put it back away.
Come, Peanut Head!
Okay.
Different story from a different YouTuber. So, all right. You are still in the basement of a tower. What do you wish to do?
We should leave.
Yeah, we probably should. We killed everything we needed to kill.
Yeah, let's
And one thing that was begging for it, so yeah, we should go.
let's just leave. I
I
need a shower.
Do we have any concerns about like the 4 people or creatures that we saw turning the rocket back on? And
Don't ask me if you have any
Well,
concerns.
no,
I don't know. Yes, you are deeply concerned.
Hey, clearly, I mean, he was the only
I mean,
one.
come on. The
smart
last
enough.
guy that you had concerns about almost got turned into an undead, thrall.
But didn't.
Or didn't. Let's focus on the positive here, shall we?
Does it look like there's any way to damage the rockets and like that part of the rockets in this room, or?
No, I mean, you can hit on
You
them.
start wailing on them.
You can hit on him. Like, how you doing?
You look pretty hot.
No, you do have to realize that I'll have a 50% chance of turning them back on.
I say we go find somebody in charge of
Yeah.
the library.
This probably isn't, up
This-
to code.
This falls classically under someone else's problem.
Yes.
Yeah. See, Sneak gets it.
So Cornelius or the librarian then? Or Marcus seemed nice.
Yeah, let's tell Marcus.
Yes. Let's tell Marcus, and then he can be the big hero who stops. Yes.
Yeah.
You return to the history, section of the library.
Marcus.
Yes.
And then I proceed to tell him.
Huh.
Do you tell him everything?
Ew.
Okay.
Just the stuff to get him interested to go tell somebody in authority.
Yes, Donkey always was a little bit arrogant. Arrogant's good. Arrogant is running.
Yeah, arrogant's a really good word.
Yes.
Poor Donkey, though. So misguided. Oh well. Well, I'll see to it that things are taken care of. The building's been condemned for years. Really ought to be torn down. Or blown up.
I'm
Do
guessing.
I find that weird?
No, more, awkward kid trying to make a joke and not
Drost-
quite
Drost-
laughing.
Drost laughs heartily.
Don't thump him on the back.
No, he doesn't thump on me. He doesn't want to kill
He
a guy.
smiles.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I get it.
So,
Up. Like a rocket.
you collect yourselves. There's no reward. No one knew that there was anything going on in this realm, this case, and so you make your ways back to your teleportation circle that you have kind of tweaked, and get yourselves back to Cartress to see Warren kind of standing there. Was where he's like, "Oh, you're back.
Yes.
Looking a bit worse for wear."
Yes.
You should see the other guy.
Don't. You do
Yeah.
not want to see the other guy.
It's often the case with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
And goes back to his books because he's busy.
He doesn't need to know.
He's got his things.
Yes.
So,
Doesn't need to know
Does he
this.
have more skeleton friends?
oh yeah, there's always he's always got. I mean, Cartress was built around a battlefield, so there are always
It's enough skeletons for him. to raise.
there's always skeletons for him to raise. So he just kind of
Yes, our friend Warren is a necromancer.
yes.
Gonna be good to explain. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for the game.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
for the
game.
game.
Thank you. Yes.
So it is now 7:31. We probably ought to
Yep.
get to the next.
Yep. In a few minutes, we're going to tear down here, and then a few minutes we'll be back with some What the Dub and Jackbox action. And we will play that until 9 Central, and then Geek Cave Live. So everybody stick with us. We'll be back.